All right, let's give it a shot here. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 4, 6, 7, 3, 4, 6, 7, 2, 8, 9, 7, 1. For those of you that are watching the JV game, that's all weird mumbo jumbo. I get it. We're just testing some audio. Perfect. All right, that's good. All right, we got something we can work with there. That's a good thing. We have a line sheet for Moorhead. That's an even better thing.
Yeah, how many do you need?
Just two. Yeah, thank you. That cuts down on some things. All right.
And we'll add one from the JV number 2, if that matters to you.
A forward or defenseman?
He's a defenseman. Finn Paulson is his name.
Finn Paulson?
Yep.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Have a good one. I gotta get some stick tape. See if I can get a copy of the line sheet.
go, daughter.
I haven't been down there before me.
You get a chance to go do some kind of like a J.O. that they have put on before it's all day long. So everybody brings in baked goods and cookies.
There, now you're talking.
Oh, it's crazy good. Oh. And I've mentioned Stelman's daughter, his youngest, is on the same age as mine, and they'd always comment on what's he doing with this. Yeah. Well, let's get back to work.
Thank you, sir.
No, I never seen it. That's what he'll do next year. He'll fix the I don't think so.
I never want to see a rewrite. It's people keep learning you and saying I don't watch. It's just
And then you'll be an old man someday.
I should kill myself too.
Arizona State leader, Notre Dame 4.11. And then you're all, oh hell no. Yeah, man. Top 200 Gamecocks. So it's one of his two guys.
Three. Yep.
Tyler's on the
Nope.
Joe Banish is running camera over
Speaking of Tyler,
Was your impression of him good?
yeah, nice guy.
Or just send me that link.
Background simple and the fact that it's not complicated. It's just very nice guy. Did a pretty decent job. I like how Adrian
Okay, Dean, assuming that you're listening back in the studio, just to give you an update here, there's still 10 minutes left to go in the JV matchup at this point. So what we will do as far as the mechanics of getting started tonight, you're obviously taking audio from the video feed, which is fine. You will be delayed. The sound obviously will be delayed from what goes out to the video, which is also fine. We've done this before. When we're going to get started, I will give you a hard countdown as to when we're going to start. And that countdown will be for my start here. So then you'll know when to get started on your end. You'll see the video start before you get the audio likely. If not, it should be synced up for you at that point perhaps. So you'll be hearing me give you cues as to how this thing is going to go here tonight. So just keep that in mind. And then when we get into the games, I will adjust your breaks accordingly and give you some heads up on when we're going to come down, okay? So again, just kind of keep that in mind. Pull us into queue. We'll give you an update on how long the break is going to be, that kind of thing, and we'll go from there. We'll kind of feel it out as we go. It's okay. Okay? So don't worry about it. We'll make it all happen tonight. Just a matter of you'll have it.
Red River's at home with Davies. Over more on east side. Yeah. That's here?
Come on, get him. Come on. Be aggressive. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, but this is goodness knows. Come on, we're not on the kill.
Okay, so did you have audio ever? Let's verify a few things. Do you have audio on your cameras? So when you talk, do you see the light meter moving on your cameras? Goes all the way up to yellow, okay? So you have your cord out of what? Port 4? Okay, is the mic turned on? To me?
Noonan!
Okay, so it's
Let's go! Let's go, boys!
How do you know it's white voice? Okay. So can you turn the volume down and mute the white noise? On the HMA, can you get rid of the white noise? Okay, so then look at the local on your unit. Is that turned up? Okay, but so where the audio cable comes out, the local is, okay. So on the back of where you plugged your mic in, is that line level or mic level? Okay, what about on 4? Is that line level or mic level? Is that switch mic or line? They're all mic. Okay. Well, you can't test like that, Sam. You gotta test like a regular, like you're gonna call it, right? Okay. Is it gray or anything, or is it color? Have you tried toggling the sources? Okay, and you're sure you're set on HM audio right now? Well, I mean, Adrian used that stuff last night. Did he have any problems? Did he tell you? I can't log into your computer, so I'm completely blind. I don't know what to do to help you. Let me pull up his video from last night. Hold on. Okay, so he had good audio last night. He was a little distorted, but he was fine. So, I don't. What is your YouTube screen? Does your YouTube screen have any alerts on it or anything? Okay. Have you tried cranking your local up to see if that makes a difference? put a low power, the thing that goes out to the audio cable. So right now there's no audio going into ATEM, into OBS at all.
Sorry, Chase was new. That's what big brothers do. Mason's kind of new Chase too. If you had a little brother, you'd rather do that.
Unplug. Well, your Comrex doesn't have a battery on it, does it? Well, that won't help you because then you won't have anything going. All right. Well, what other options do you have for audio in the audio mix doc panel? No, I mean on the front part of your OBS, where you look at the audio mixer, the dock panel. Okay, what's lit up? Okay, and it's not muted, it's green. Where's the slide on it? -50? Okay, so it's all the way to the right. Take out the audio cable. Take it out of mic 1. What happens? The green went away. Okay. Do you hear anything else going on in your comments?
You heard what he just said? Say what?
All right, let's switch to number 3 on the comments and see what that does.
Moorhead chicken skin is 60,000 people. They're number 1 in state. They're not
Okay. Where you're feeding the audio from the Comrex to the ATEM Mini. I wish I could see it. I really do wish I could see it. I don't have a lot of time left to help here. I don't know.
Morgan,
For,
do you want
for
anything?
whatever
Chase.
So when you got going, you heard something?
Don't be shy.
Well, I'm gonna, my mom's making lasagna.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. And what was wrong with that?
I love lasagna. You know we're Italian, right?
You like it?
Mason hasn't told you that?
You're lying.
But you can hear you. Okay. So then what did you do?
I'm being serious.
And you went away, but the white noise remained.
For Thanksgiving, we don't eat turkey anymore. We do like lasagna. Well, why do you think we do
Sam, that doesn't make a whole lot of
We don't
sense.
do that.
We can hear you. You should be able to make it so you can hear you.
Oh.
Okay. Well, I mean, all I could, so you turned the ATEM arrows, you turned that back up. And you still can't get you now.
Come on, man.
Have you tried sound testing again to see if that works? Yes.
Oh, no. That's not. Let's go, boys.
All right, well, do what you I'll go through it and see what has it. I mean, if Adrian made it work last night, I don't know what happened. No. Well, I don't know. Probably. I guess that's the right. Keep working on trying to get the audio. And at this point, you're not going to get on the air on time anyway. So what I would do is start rebooting everything, right? Have you rebooted the A10 Mini? Well, yeah, you can close and reopen the A10 Mini. It just interrupted for a second. Or not the A10 Mini, but OBS. You can close OBS and pull it back up. You can do that. And then we'll just go ahead and reconnect. Just don't stop the stream. Okay? All right, see ya. I'm feeding audio to you right now. I'm not talking to you. You're not going to get there. Gamer's not going to get there. What's going on? I got to take another call. Now we got to take it.
Don't buy a bunch of clothes. Here for the varsity game. Yeah, that went south.
All right, you ready to go?
Dean, you should be able to hear me now via the web stream. Send me a text message, please, to let me know that you can. And then we'll start talking about a countdown for getting ready. Dean, are you able to catch me? Let me know, please. Thank you. Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me on the web stream? Okay, you gotta let me know that, all right?
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
Okay, I'll give you the countdown here. Hold on. All right, Dean, we're gonna go. I'll give you a minute, right now, minute 10 seconds. I'll give you cues for a minute. Again, this is our start. So you stay with it, watch it on the clock when you get ready. 1 minute in 2, 1, 1 minute.
I don't think so.
Remember when you start to make sure you hit the live sports and weather macros so your playlist doesn't resync out. It will resync out at 3 after if you don't do that, or actually about, I think it's 6 after. So keep that in mind. And we'll be giving you a 30-second count here in a second. And we'll go in 30 seconds in 3, 2, 1, 30. All right, we're at 20 seconds mark. And in 15 seconds in now. And 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you tonight to East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena for our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz with you here this evening. We get ready to go for what should be a fun battle between East Grand Forks and Moorhead, the number 8 ranked team in Class A hockey, taking on the top ranked team in Class AA hockey, the Moorhead Spuds tonight. And East Grand Forks looking for a chance for a season-defining type of victory. Whereas for the Moorhead Spuds fans, it's more about the journey right now. This team is loaded for bear. They're 19-1. That doesn't tell the whole story. They're on a 19-game winning streak, so you can do the math, and they've avenged their only loss of the season against Wayzata. This is a team that comes in looking to break the curse of Moorhead Spuds hockey and get that elusive state championship. And so right now, Ryan, as we get ready for this one tonight, for these fans that are coming to East Grand Forks for Moorhead tonight, they've got big plans. This is more about the X, this is more about St. Paul, and this will be another step on their journey tonight.
Yeah, and I mean, you talk about breaking the curse, and they've had some good Moorhead teams in the past, but when you look at this roster right now, this has got to be up there as one of the best teams we've seen in a long time out of Moorhead. I mean, they are loaded. We were looking at this roster beforehand. There's a lot of depth. There's a lot of scoring. There's a lot of talent on this Moorhead team.
So this will be a good one coming up tonight between these two teams. We're looking forward to bringing it to you tonight here on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. For East Grand Forks, they come into this matchup after a loss at the Gambucci Cup Series to Grand Forks Central over the weekend, but they won the Gambucci Cup this year. And that's important this year for for East Grand Forks. They had a chance to sweep the Grand Forks teams. They didn't get that done, but they were able to at least grab 3 straight wins, a tough loss against Grand Forks Central. But this is an East Grand Forks team that's got the talent. The real question is, do they have the depth to hang around with this Moorhead Spuds team tonight?
Yeah, we saw them play really good in that first period against Central last week. I mean, we thought after that first period, I mean, what were the shots? Like 13-3. East Grand Forks was in complete control. Weston Nielsen for Grand Forks Central stood in his head, kept it 0-0, and then from there, Central took over the game a little bit. You talked about depth. Listen, this team's got 2 lines that can score. They got a 3rd line that can play. They have the depth? Yeah, I think they have the depth, but they got to put it all together for a complete game. That's what they need to do starting tonight. Because if they don't do it tonight, they're going to find themselves in some trouble.
It's going to be an interesting matchup tonight between these two teams. For East Grand Forks, obviously they come in with some really front-line scoring. They've tried to balance this out throughout the course of the year. We think there's a couple of men that could step up from line 2, line 3, and help this team out a little bit. But I think one of the stories that we've missed throughout the course of the year, Noah Schindele's played far better than a 9-9-1 record for the East Grand Forks Green Wave would resonate. 2.87 goals against, a save percentage that's just a hair under 90. He's put up the numbers to be very good against really good competition this year. This Green Wave team, ever since that game with Detroit Lakes, just has not been able to find the back of the net often enough.
Yeah, I don't think you can look at the goaltending situation here at East Grand Forks and say, hey, this is why we've lost games we shouldn't have lost. I mean, in all the games that we've seen, Ryan, there's been several now that we've been here doing these games. I mean, Noah Schindele's been as solid as you can ask. He's made big saves. He's played solid. He seems to be getting better and more confident. But you're right. I mean, if you're going to rely on your goalie to have to give up 1 or 2 goals to win games, then you're kind of putting yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah, so at this point, you've got to find some offense. Now, you've seen East Grand Forks play enough to know who they've got. You know the personnel. You know the mindset. Where does that offense come from, and how does that fit into an approach tonight against the Moorhead Spuds?
I mean, we just talked about the first 2 lines are capable of scoring, but I really think that first line, you know, the Van Epps and that line has just got to, they just need to be big. They've been good. We've seen good games from them. We've seen them score, but they just need to start elevating here as we get into the last, month of the season for Minnesota, month of the regular season. They need to start elevating, and every night kind of be in that line where, hey, you know that line's going to get 2 or 3, and when you get that out of your top line, then everything else is just a little bit extra. You don't have to put pressure on everybody else to score because your top line's rolling.
And then when you take a look at the Moorhead Spuds, they're trying to bludgeon that curse to death with D1 talent, huge point totals all throughout their lineup. They come at you with a sizzling first line. That will be probably the toughest matchup tonight. But this isn't just the traditionally good Moorhead Spuds hockey team. This is a Moorhead Spuds hockey team that jump off the page kind of good is what they're bringing into the house tonight.
Yeah, I haven't seen Moorhead play, but I have seen highlights and some of the goals that they've scored, some of the things that I've seen. It's like, okay, like you said, this is some next level talent on this roster. I mean, you see the name Cullen Plaster all over this thing, Zach Zimmerman, Mason Kraft. I mean, this is a good team, and we're going to see some things tonight that you don't typically see out of high school hockey teams.
We're proud to bring it to you tonight. Brought to you by our premier sports partners. They include Grand Trailer Sales, your home for all things trailer in East Grand Forks. You can find them here in East Grand Forks on East Highway 2. They do a tremendous job of keeping you in trailers and making sure that they keep you in a running trailer as well. If it's time for that trailer to get serviced for the upcoming season, they have you covered at Grand Trailer Sales. If it's time for a new trailer to upgrade, they have all the makes and models that you're looking for. Grand Trailer Sales, Highway 2 East in East Grand Forks. And it's brought to you tonight by our premier sports partner, Rivard's Turf and Forage, a premium seed dealer in Grand Forks. You can find them online at rivards.com. That's rivards.com. They have that premium ice melter for the up and down thaw and freeze that we seem to have going on over the course of this week. If it's time to be safe around your home, you want that premium ice melter from Rivards. And beyond what they have with that, their Turf and Forage products are second to none. They mix all their seed varieties right here in their mixing plant in Grand Forks, and they are able to take care of all the different changes that go along with the growing conditions for our area. That's what doing business with a local business like Rivards does for you, instead of buying from the big box stores that are one and done throughout the course of the year. Rivards.com, you can find all their products at Rivards.com. We have a break in our pregame report. We'll come back, take a look at Drive for the Title, and look at where these teams are as far as their respective polls in Minnesota. I'll look at the game fuel, the players that'll make it big tonight, and our starting lineups and hockey schedule for 7:30. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to SprayAdvantage.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always...
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com. Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports. Tonight, we are with you from East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, where the Green Wave will take on the Moorhead Spuds tonight. Moorhead comes to town with a record of 19-1, and East Grand Forks steps into this matchup with a record of 9-1. Our pregame report this evening brought to you by True North Equipment, true to your values and ready to serve you. With 10 locations throughout the Red River Valley, they are your home for the John Deere products that you've come to know and love generationally in our area. When it's time for you to take that step, whether it's around your home or around your farm or ag operation, True North Equipment is ready for you. And Signature Graphics and Apparel, it's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Custom etching that will turn a patch into a great piece of athletic apparel. Any sport, any logo, any design, they can do it for you, along with the vinyl signage that you need for your business or for your operation. And they also have custom embroidery, screen printing, the things that you come to know and love traditionally there as well. Signature Graphics and Apparel bringing you our pregame report tonight. Let's take a look at Drive for the Title so we can show you the story of these two teams throughout the course of the season. Drive for the Title brought to you by Toys for Trucks tonight. On the Class A side, you can see that on the left-hand side of your screen this evening. It's a familiar name on top of those rankings. The Hermantown Hawks, currently 11-4-3, and they're currently the #1 ranked team. And it's been a Class A situation that's been a little messy, you might say, so far this year at the Class A level. We had teams that were ranked highly that have dropped out of the poll at one point and come back in the bottom half, and the more traditional team from Hermantown now taking over that #1 spot. Cloquet currently in the #2 spot. Monticello third. War Road always good. And of course, the section tournament comes to East Grand Forks this year, so we'll probably have a chance to see War Road in this arena a couple of times down the stretch. They're #4. Hibbing is currently 5th. Then Northfield, St. Cloud Cathedral, East Grand Forks, Minneapolis, and Little Falls. They go 6 through 10. St. Cloud Cathedral, 9-7-2. East Grand Forks, 9-9-1. Ryan, we've seen this as a trend in Class A hockey. These teams are looking for AA teams to play. They're beating up on each other as best they possibly can, and that's why the records on the Class A side for our fans that are watching in the Moorhead area tonight, they don't reflect great records and yet very highly ranked teams. They're not playing the traditional Class A teams. They're playing good ones and the Class AA teams out there.
Yeah, you're right. That's kind of the trend now with these single A teams, and sort of to get themselves, polished up and in tune for the end of the year run. They're taking on better competition. And so, like you said, you look at the single A side, and it is a little bit messy. You go over to the other side, the AA, and it's a little bit more straightforward. Kind of what we're used to seeing. Lots of wins, a few losses, and the records make sense as you kind of go down that list.
Absolutely, and you can see that. Moorhead coming in as the #1 ranked team in AA hockey this week. This is again according to MN Hockey Hub. St. Thomas Academy is second. Moorhead was 17-1 at the time of this poll coming out. They're now 19-1 on the season. St. Thomas Academy coming in with that record of 15-2 when the poll came out. Couple of one-loss teams, Hill Murray Rogers, Creighton, Durham Hall. Now again, Pat Sweeney, who has worked with KNOX Sports, longtime broadcaster for UND, will absolutely tell you it's not Creighton Durham Hall, it's Creighton Durham Hall. Ryan, I dare you to say Durham. He will get after you about that, okay?
I've said Durham my whole life. This is the first time.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you're learning something today.
I was today years old when I found out that's not how you say Durham.
It's Creighton Durham Hall.
Does everyone know that, or just Pat?
No, Pat knows that, but he went there. Right?
Okay.
Or at least I think he went there. Or he's certainly familiar with somebody who went there. Anyway, Creighton Durham Hall coming in #5. Then Edina, White Bear Lug, Stillwater, Rosemont, Wayzata. And here's the thing about that Minnesota schedule. You and I took a look at it before the broadcast. They've played St. Thomas Academy. They have played Edina. They've played Wayzata twice throughout the course of the year. It's not like Moorhead built up 17 wins playing cupcakes and a handful of good teams. They went right to the heart of what they had to deal with at Class AA, and they passed the test so far.
Yeah, they did. We were just looking at that, like you said, the first loss of the season to Wayzata, and then ripped off 19 straight since then, and it's all those teams. They beat everybody. A lot of close games. that we're looking at scores, so that's good. I mean, it kind of sets yourself up for a state tournament where you're thinking, hey, anybody could win. There's going to be some great hockey in the Minnesota AA side of things. But yeah, impressive run by Moorhead. Same kind of philosophy, right? Like, yeah, don't schedule cupcakes. Let's get everybody we're going to play, and let's play them.
Yeah, and that's exactly what's happening right now. And so it's been a fun hockey season to watch that play out tonight. And now we'll see how one of the better teams in Class A, the 8th-ranked team in Class A, will match up against the top-ranked team in AA. And again, for East Grand Forks, it's a huge opportunity game that's not going to hurt them unless they get beat like 9-10-1, right? They come in here, they keep it close, or they win. Big opportunity, sort of resetting of their expectations, and at the same time showing the state what they're made of, getting ready for that stretch run to the section tournament.
It is. It's a good game in the sense that they're going to be pushed harder than they've been pushed all year probably. Well, they did play St. Thomas Academy to a close game, but they're going to find themselves in situations tonight where they're shorthanded and they got to kill a penalty against an unbelievable power play. They're going to find themselves situations where they're stuck in their own zone and they got to finish a shift and get the puck out. They're going to find themselves in these adversarial situations that they're going to have to work through. One, see where they're at, and two, kind of test themselves coming into, like I said, the stretch run here.
Drive for the Title brought to you tonight by Toys for Trucks. They're your car, truck, and Jeep accessory supercenter in Grand Forks. Toys for Trucks has what you're looking for when it comes down to customizing that hot rod that you want for the upcoming summer driving season. Toys for Trucks has a full showroom of custom wheels and rims, all the performance tires that you're looking for, the major brands there also. And by the way, well, performance tires, that can do a little something for you as well. We've got some of the slippery streets, roads, and snow-covered areas that we've had to drive through throughout the course of the last couple of months as well. Although some of that's melting now, it's getting slippery again. And remember, if you want to soften the blow when it comes down to getting into your vehicle after this nice warm trend that we have, we're going back into the single digits, low double digits for a while. Get that automatic start from Toys for Trucks. That works for you every time. Toys for Trucks bringing you Drive for the Title this evening. Our pregame report continues in a couple of moments, brought to you tonight by Signature Graphics and Apparel and by True North Equipment. We'll come back and take a look at the players that will make this one a big matchup tonight as we continue along with our coverage. Those of you on KNOX Radio, I believe you have joined us now tonight as well. A couple of technical issues to get started, but you're with us now. We appreciate your patience. And those of you on the video side of things, get ready for a good one. It'll be East Grand Forks and Moorhead tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need. For anything sports, stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports tonight from East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena, where the Green Wave 9-9-1 will host Moorhead and the Spuds, who come into this matchup 19-1 on the season. Our pregame report brought to you by True North Equipment, true to your values, ready to serve you with 10 locations in the Red River Valley, and brought to you tonight by Signature Graphics and Apparel. It's your vision. Make it come to life at Signature Graphics and Apparel. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz, Luca Carpenter will have our video coverage this evening. Let's take a look at our game fuel for tonight. And our game fuel is brought to you this evening by Circle K, with a full line of great beverage products and a robust frozen food section. But the key to Circle K is their expansion in Grand Forks. New building, South Washington Street, that is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Car wash there as well. And you can find them on South Washington and 40th. You'll find them on 24th and Columbia and 32nd Avenue South on the way to the interstate. Circle K bringing you our game fuel for tonight. Those of you watching on KNOX Live Sports tonight, take a look at the bottom of your screen in that situation, and you're going to see something really interesting there. Mason Kraft, remember back a handful of years ago when it was a big deal when a kid from Grand Forks had 75 points in the season for Grand Forks Central, right? And now here's Mason Kraft already at 61 points on the year, and we've got a sizable stretch of the season left to go, and he's not the only one. His line mate, Zach Zimmerman, the two wings tonight, 50 points. Brandon Mickelson with 31 points as well, but 25 goals, 36 assists for Mason Kraft. Zach Zimmerman, 21 goals, 29 assists. Those two men beat y'all by themselves if they're putting up numbers like that, and they seem to have done it throughout the course of the year. It's been a pretty consistent barrage of offense out of that first line for the Spuds this season.
Yeah, that's a shocking number, isn't it? I mean, it just kind of jumps out at you. Like you said, we're used to seeing 25, 28.
It's not even February yet, guys. Slow down, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah, okay. So East Grand Forks, key on that one. Going to have your hands full with those guys. Obviously, that's me being facetious, obviously. But, yeah, that's – and like I said, that line, and I mean, just a ton of talent, too. I mean, and then you got a couple lines deep of some big numbers like that. So for East Grand Forks tonight, defense is going to be key.
Yeah, absolutely. For East Grand Forks, Hunter Varnson having a nice season centering that first line, but Tucker Lovejoy in the second line, 12 goals, 5 assists, 17 points. The numbers, though, do tell the story and the reason why these teams are in a couple of different places. The goaltending numbers are pretty good on both sides of the ice tonight. Again, like we said, Noah Schindele, 2.87 goals against. That's nothing to sneer at. Save percentage of .897. That's nothing to sneer at. But the offense just hasn't been up front for him. Case in point, you go back to Saturday, they lost with no goals. I mean, they got shut out, and that match was the first shutout pitched by Weston Nielsen, I think, in his career for Grand Forks Central.
Yes.
And so in the long run, it came against East Grand Forks. They just couldn't find the scoreboard.
Yeah, and it wasn't for lack of opportunities. I mean, we talked endlessly throughout the game how good Weston Nielsen played, how many big saves he had, how many pucks we thought should have gone in that didn't. So they're there, right? They're getting the opportunities, but yeah, that doesn't mean much if nothing goes in the net.
Absolutely. That's your game fuel tonight, brought to you by Circle K. We'll take a break on our pregame report. When we come back, getting ready for starting lineups, we'll run down the keys to the game, brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center, and more to do as we continue with our coverage of high school hockey tonight. From Civic Center Arena, it's East Grand Forks Moorhead next on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed, think Proseed. Proseed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight on the Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports, getting ready for our national anthem and the announcement of our starting lineups tonight. The Moorhead Spuds, 19-1, coming to town tonight to take on the East Grand Forks Green Wave, who come into the matchup with a record of 9-1. East Grand Forks coming into this matchup as the number 8 ranked team in Class A hockey in Minnesota. Class AA, the Moorhead Spuds are the number 1 ranked team in the land. Let's take a look at our keys to the matchup tonight. Keys to the matchup brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. It's always hockey season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Well, for East Grand Forks, clear aggressively, limit those turnovers that have caused them some problems, and stay out of the penalty box. Ryan, I don't think we can stress those things enough against a high-octane offense. You've got to play good in the neutral zone. You cannot turn the puck over, and when it's in your end, there's no skating up ice, so that you got to get it out and see if you can't get back down to match up with them.
Yeah, puck management, the better the team that you're playing is, the more important the puck management comes into it. Turnovers, missing the net, pucks rolling off your stick, all that stuff is going to turn into opportunities for East Grand Forks. You have to limit that number because they're going to create chances on their own. You don't need to help them out and give them more.
Absolutely. So those keys tonight for East Grand Forks. And for Moorhead, use their depth aggressively. Kind of be a bully with the depth that you're going to bring in here tonight. Scoring depth on the first line, but depth all the way through. And then strong play in the neutral zone. That's one place where you don't really have to game plan. You can play your game against East Grand Forks. But if you're looking for a place to make something happen, if you force a turnover in the neutral zone against East Grand Forks, we've seen the Green Wave kind of commit up ice a few times, one too many this year, and it turns into a lot of open ice ahead. And so that's something that might hurt the Green Wave tonight.
I have not seen Moorhead play a complete game, Ryan, but I can tell you this already. They're going to be really, really good on the transition stuff. So, yeah, like you said, you turn a puck over at the red line, you're going to have 3 Moorhead Spuds, if not 4, coming right back at you real quick.
Got to take care of it if you're East Grand Forks. Got to use that to your advantage tonight if you are Moorhead. And those are our keys to the game tonight. And they're brought to you by Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. Stop in and see what's new for the season at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. They've got precision skate sharpening to give your skates the edge that you need for high performance. And any stick, any pad, any piece of equipment that you need for any position on the ice, they have you covered at Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World. That'll do it for our pregame report. The light show is on. As you can see, we're getting ready for the national anthem. We'll come back and get ready with starting lineups and face off next on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network at KNOX Live Sports.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done. But when it comes to electrical work, it's best to call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
Since 1972, Jarrell Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335. Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
National anthem presented here tonight at East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena. Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz, Luca Carpenter with you here this evening with our video work. The Moorhead Spuds are 19-1 on the season. They've won 19 straight for East Grand Forks, a record of 9-9-1. For those of you that are joining us from the Moorhead area or Spuds fans tonight, perhaps for the first time, typically, we'd give you a little bit better look at a scoreboard, but the technology here at East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena doesn't necessarily match up with our scorekeeping device. And so a little picture-in-picture for you, but we'll keep track of the score up there. At least that way, you'll be able to see the game clock. You'll also be able to see the power plays that come up throughout the course of the night tonight. And for East Grand Forks, you're hoping that there aren't that many. The Moorhead Spuds, orange with their black and white trim. For those of you on the radio side, they'll move from our right to left. And East Grand Forks, left to right to start the opening period tonight with white on the green shoulders, the black breezers, and the black helmets. And these two teams have a bit of a rivalry. They've been playing each other as long as I can remember, in years when East Grand Forks was probably better and couldn't get a win against this Moorhead team. They've been kind of snake bit against the Spuds, have the Green Wave in the past.
Well, the Spuds have a pretty good program brewing up there in Moorhead, so no surprise that, and no shame in losing to them.
We'll see the draw with Brooks Cullen going to the center circle to take on Hunter Varnson, and we're underway with high school hockey tonight between the Spuds and the Green Wave on the Rivards Turf and 4-H Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. Cullen coming up into the offensive end. Puck will be kicked away from him. Green Wave come back with Nolan Mellebrook as the Green Wave will go to their second line to start tonight. Jace Panzer, Nolan Mellebrook, and Tucker Lovejoy, center, right wing, left wing. That'll get things started tonight for East Grand Forks, and a bit of a surprise perhaps from what we were expecting. Judd Pesch back on the blue line tonight for East Grand Forks to start things off at the Green Wave, and he'll be paired with Cole Beese and the starting goaltender Noah Schindele. And those are starting lineups brought to you by Franson Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. FransonBank.com. There was a dangerous moment as the Spuds had an open net on a rebound and couldn't quite catch up to it. Puck back loose in the neutral zone, and Mickelson will pick it up and comes up ice for Moorhead. Drops one off. It's Mason Kraft, the dangerous scorer from the left wing. He comes in with 60 points on the season. Got a shot away, it was deflected. Zimmerman comes up with a rebound for Moorhead, takes it back to the right wall. He'll look down towards the corner, one there by Brooks Cullen. That first line on the ice for a pretty good shift here. Well over a minute for Moorhead, trying to make some hay out of their front line scoring. It'll be dumped back in by the Spuds, no go off, but that's a message already. A minute, 10 seconds, stay up in the neutral zone and go after it.
Yeah, you can see the way Moorhead plays, Ryan. It's move the puck, get open, move the puck, get open. If you're East Grand Forks, you better clog that middle lane because they love to go cross ice in the offensive zone.
Hunter Varnson brings one up for East Grand Forks. They'll counter, bringing their first line out. It goes loose, and we'll see Carver Hashbargen coming up the ice. He tried from the right wing and had it deflected. Comes back out to the wing. Hashbargen creates his own rebound. Turns it high slot. Quick wrister that went just wide of the net. Schindele didn't see it, and the loose puck popped up onto the dasher board. Loose left side. Dufall back out to the high slot. Moorhead will score. It's taken out to the high slot, and Tyden Ferguson will hammer one home for Moorhead to make it 1-0 Spuds.
Yeah, and that's just the danger of Moorhead, right? I mean, man, that puck is always getting to the net. There always seems to be somebody open. High slot, person in front of the net. They're just all over it in the offensive zone.
Chevy Bergeson from Dufall for sure coming up on the goal. Time of the goal will be at 1 minute and 46 seconds of the opening period. And a very quick start for the Spuds team tonight as they'll take a 1-0 lead. We draw again, and the puck goes loose to the far side. It's all downhill skating for this Spuds team early. Something you notice right away. It's not just that they're a good hockey team, but they're intense as they come at it as well. Another loose puck out in front of the net, dangerous. Michael Herman pulls it away from some traffic, dumps it back into the offensive end. Warner trying to catch up to it for Moorhead behind the net. Ends up right corner. Seamus Campbell turns it back towards the near side. Green Wave back defensively once more. Turn to the high slot. Carter Huteri dumps it back down towards the near corner. A fight in the corner with Warner trying to fend off some pressure coming from behind from Ryan Clausen. Puck comes back out towards the right point. A look, Huteri into traffic, deflected wide. We're getting the official scoring on the Moorhead goal. Bergeson does get credit for the goal, and there will be an assist for Aiden Huteri. So it'll be Bergeson from Huteri at 1:46 of the opening period. East Grand Forks slice the puck, and we'll end up back down into the East Grand Forks zone for a draw, with the Spuds leading 1-0 on the all-true scoreboard. 14:20 to play of the opening frame.
Yeah, small sample size here, 3 minutes in, but I'm guessing this is how this game is going to go. When you watch Moorhead with the puck, Ryan, it stays on their stick until they want it to, right? They always put it to a place where either they can get it or it goes directly to a teammate. And everyone on the ice who doesn't have the puck is finding an area, finding a seam, making themselves available for a pass.
Puck dumped back into the corner for Zimmerman. First line comes back on the ice now for Moorhead. They had a pretty long shift to get things started after the Green Wave matched up with them. East Grand Forks went out with their second line tonight. Mickelson back to cut off a puck for Moorhead in zone in. Brandon Mickelson turns it back up to the near side point. Mason Kraft to flip into the neutral zone. Lost to Tucker Lovejoy. Lovejoy back to Nolan Mellebrook, right point. Shot in, and a save made by Charlie Stenjum. But we didn't talk a lot about tonight for East Grand, or rather for Moorhead. But Stenjum coming in with pretty good numbers on the year, and obviously has had some help from his defense. 1.72 goals against average on the season as he gets the start tonight for the Moorhead Spuds.
Yeah, those are some impressive numbers. I mean, you kind of forget about the goalie when your team is 19-1 and you have a couple of forwards with 50-plus points, but down the stretch, he's going to play a pivotal role when they start playing, sections and state tournament games.
3 minutes in and some change. Moorhead leading 1-0. Goal in the first couple of minutes of the matchup. Bergeson, who scored it on the left point, has control of the puck and sweeps it back across ice. It's picked up out on top by Zach Devig. Devig put it back behind the net, chipped away by Cole Beast for East Grand Forks. They rotate back to Devig on the point, who holds the offensive zone in for the Spuds. Back to get it, Zach Zimmerman. Correction, not Zimmerman, but rather Hunter Varnson off the wall. For East Grand Forks, they'll turn it back out in the neutral zone. Devig cut it off. It works back left wing for Brandon Mickelson, and Mickelson will dump it back down into the East Grand Forks zone. Beast back on the rotation, turns it back out towards the left point, able to catch up with Jace Van Epps, another member of that first line for the Green Wave. Hill's charged it long enough to get it up into the neutral zone. He'll go off on a change, and Hunter Varnson just absolutely leveled Aiden Dufall in the corner. They have a penalty coming up. It will go against East Grand Forks, and now Moorhead trying to control the puck with the extra attacker on the ice as they have a 6-on-5 for the moment. That could be a bad penalty as well. Kraft looking back out, high slot. Mickelson looking, left circle, around traffic, and he scores with the extra attacker. Mickelson comes up with the goal for Moorhead to make it 2-0 in favor of the Spuds as they score the extra attacker on the ice.
Yeah, Dufall just getting off the ice on that call. Now, Here's the interesting part. What is this call going to be? I mean, that looked like a 5-minute.
If it's a major penalty, they're going to enforce the full 5 after the goal, right?
That's what I'm thinking. The officials are talking right now. And by the way, we got the A squad here tonight. We got Michael Lucasen and Eric Martinson.
Let's see if we can take a look at that again with our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And you'll see it here coming to the corner. This is all of the extra attacker on the ice. That's just a great duck and weave into the circle with a puck put home that time by Brendan Mickelson to make it a 2-0 matchup in favor of the Moorhead Spuds. And now they're talking the penalty over. First of all, the East Grand Forks bench. I don't know. The penalty door is going to open. And so that would indicate to us that East Grand Forks going to serve a 5-minute major. Hunter Varnson's going to go into the box for the Green Wave.
Nothing on the scoreboard yet, but I'm assuming that's going to be 5. If I had to guess. Did you see a signal at all? Yeah, there it is. It's up there. It's 5. Oh, boy.
Yeah. So Varnson on the major penalty. We'll see what it's going to be. I'm going to guess it's checking from behind.
Yeah, that or boarding one, the two.
Yep. Penalty will be enforced at 4 minutes and 18 seconds of the opening period. And so it's a power play for Moorhead, already leading 2-0. Power play brought to you tonight by RBB Electric, on call, on time, and online. RBBelectric.com. Mickelson, great pass, right circle, and a side of the net smash for Bergeson, who scored the opening goal back into the far corner. Green Wave try to clear. Mason Kraft holds the wing on the near side. Back to Mickelson. They'll announce the penalty. And Mickelson the goal being announced first. Right side, a save by Schindele on a wrister coming in from the right from Zimmerman.
Boy, they snap that puck around, don't they, Ryan?
Yes, they do.
I think if you're East Grand Forks, I mean, just in that first little bit there, a little bit of overcommitment on the penalty kill. I mean, that's what Moorhead's trying to do, right? They're trying to get East Grand Forks skating, and that's going to open up seams, and they've found them about 3 or 4 times there.
Draw one by the Spuds, still on the power play. It's a major penalty. They're announcing the penalty now as Kraft ends up trying a left-hand one-timer from the left circle, and it's a boarding penalty. Time at 4:18, so it's boarding for Varnson. Major penalty at 4:18 for boarding. It's all you can eat on the power play for Moorhead, and they've already eaten as a puck hits the post on a backhander by Bergeson, but they scored with the extra attacker on the ice. Very efficient. I mean, you don't see that very often. Normally, if that goal is scored, they don't enforce the penalty, but you're going to get a power play that's about 5.5 minutes long, and they've scored once on it already.
Yeah, and they just hit the post. They missed a couple of open looks there. Schindele's made a few big saves, and we're only 1:09 into this 5 minutes. Moorhead could have had 2 or 3 more already.
A 2-0 lead in favor of the Moorhead Spuds on your All True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All True. Regular screenings with All True's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin. Stay in the game of wellness. Schedule an appointment. Visit alltrue.org or call 780-5000. Draw one by the Spuds, and Drew Simonich will step back into his own end and take a look to make the power play rush up ice happen. Devig on the far side for the Spuds rotates up into the neutral zone. Able to find Carver Hashbarger, who had a really good first shift when we saw him tonight. Puck back on the wall. Evan Wanner off on top for Simonich. Back up to Hashbarger, taking a look. He'll look back at Wanner, right circle, cross ice pass deflected. They were looking for Hashbarger on the left wing, and Hashbarger will be rubbed into the wall as he's confronted by Judd Pesh of East Grand Forks. Green Wave get a clear from Nolan Mellowbrook. Good play on the penalty kill for the Green Wave.
Yeah, you see the cross ice passes there, and Judd Pesh got a stick on that last one and deflected it. You got to be hyper aware. That's what they're trying to do. So make sure you have sticks in the lanes. Make sure you always have somebody kind of planted in that T intersection right in the middle to kind of pick off those passes.
Puck out in the neutral zone. Here's a little 2-on-2 rush for East Grand Forks, at least momentarily. Tucker Lovejoy had a hard time tracking the puck in cleanly, but the Green Wave not intimidated. They bring all 4 penalty killers up into the offensive zone. 2:45 to go. No one hanging back for East Grand Forks. All 4 men came up ahead of the blue line trying to put something on shorthanded. Puck rotates back out. Near side, it's Cullen, the other Cullen. Max Cullen, center on the second line. Tries to go to his backhand side. Skating across the top of the crease. Ends up losing control of the puck on the way in. Puck works back to Mickelson. Near side, Mason Kraft. A puck deflected. Good reach by Jace Panzer to take that away for East Grand Forks, or at least take the momentum away. Zimmerman on top for the Spuds. Loses control. Cooper Hills will play it off the near wall. Zimmerman back to his own line.
Seems like East Grand Forks is kind of figuring this out a little bit as they start to get a little more sticks in lanes, like we said, and deflecting a few more pucks away from Moorhead, and that could be a penalty, and it is.
Yeah, Cooper Hills ends up clearing one, and he'll be pulled down from behind, and we'll see a penalty coming up against the Spuds. It's going to be a hooking call that will go against Brandon Mickelson, and so 4-on-4 to finish up what was a 5-minute major. That'll wipe some off. You know, you mentioned something, Ryan, figuring it out. You hate to say it 18 games into the season, but it seems like it's a speed of the game. Like they picked up the speed of the game and now have adjusted to it.
Yeah, this is hard because I don't think there's a lot of teams like Moorhead out there, and granted, they've played the number 2 team, St. Thomas, so they've seen caliber, competition of that caliber, but this is the next level team that's, they can move the puck so fast. By the way, no Max Beast tonight in the lineup.
Yeah, the 7th defender, Bodie Schmaltz, is in the lineup. Max Beast, who's been a really great sophomore for East Grand Forks, is not on the blue line tonight for the Green Wave in their rotation, at least in their top 6.
Yeah, that's a tough loss when you're playing this Moorhead team and you lose a top 2 defenseman.
Right, yeah, it's been Cole Beast, Max Beast on that opening pair throughout the course of the season, and Max Beast was really good against Grand Forks Central back on Saturday. Long cherry pick pass out to Mason Kraft. He was offside. And so we're coming out. Looks like they're going to send this all the way back into the Moorhead zone for a draw. They calling icing or?
No, the pass was all the way in the zone,
it.
so they'll bring it all the way back.
Draw is brought to you tonight by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region, and Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Mason Kraft coming away with the puck for the Moorhead Spuds. Little 3-on-2 rush and 4-on-4 skating. Pass to Mickelson ends up being broken up. Green Wave back to it. Cole Schmiedeberg defensively. Off to Nick Corbett on the left wall. Corbett spins one back out to the neutral zone. A retreat for Zach Deving. He got picked off by Tucker Lovejoy. Lovejoy lost an edge as he was coming in. Still held the puck on his backhand side, begging for an opportunity to get a shot off. Mickelson turns it back out towards the near edge. Little 2-on-2 wrister coming up and over the bar that time from Mason Kraft. Just meant to dump it in. Green Wave come away with it. On the left side, Jace Panzer dumps one in on net. The Green Wave will be summoned off on a change. 1 minute and 3 seconds left to go of 4-on-4 skating. Essentially, it'll wipe out the remaining penalty against East Grand Forks. Here's a pipe that's hit by Brooks Cullen from the high slot, and the puck ends up deflecting somewhere.
Yep, it just shot it so hard it's stuck in the back of the net.
It didn't go in, did it?
No, it went in.
Was that a goal?
That was a goal.
Oh, that was a goal.
It was a goal.
We lost the puck.
It hit off the left post, or the left post that facing the net, and then just stuck up between the netting and the back bar. I was curious too.
I've never seen that before.
I was looking up. I thought the puck went up, but it didn't. It went in.
So it's a goal for Moorhead. We'll wait for the announcement of the penalty, or rather for the announcement of the scoring play.
Well, Brooks Cullen scored it. I don't know who passed to him, but another just dynamic rush up the ice and offensive zone passing play by Moorhead to make it 3-0.
So Brooks Cullen gets a goal. Mason Kraft gets an assist. And Aiden Dufault is going to get an assist as well. And now we have another penalty coming up on something after the play. Dufault's on the scoreboard for the second time tonight. And in the meantime, we've got a penalty coming up against Moorhead that elicits some oohs and ahs as the Spuds are going off. Carver Hasbargen had some choice words for the official as well on his way off. And, hey, Carver, that's not the guy. You want to pick somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know if you know that's Eric Martinson. He's going to give it right back to you every time.
Yeah. Time of that penalty will be at 8 minutes, 36 seconds. It's a roughing call against Hasbargen. And so the Green Wave skating 4-on-3, down by a score of 3-0 after a freaky goal that was scored a couple of moments ago by Brooks Cullen. It hit the pipe. I went looking for the rebound to come out. It was apparently stuck on the top of the back. And there's a short-sided shot for Jace Panzer that will score. So Jace Panzer scores on the 4-on-3 power play, short-sided, sneaking one in on Stenjum to make it 3-1. The Green Wave are on the board.
That's a great play by Panzer. He looked off the pass. He flinched on that pass like he was going to go cross crease, pulled the goaltender off the pipe a little bit and just snuck it short side from a really steep angle, but great play by Panzer there.
Take a look at this again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and we'll see a pretty interesting goal here that just comes out in the bottom of the right circle. This is Panzer just from a really steep angle, just right out in front of what they had going on as far as an angle towards the net. And Great play by Jace Panzer to make this a 3-1 matchup. The Green Wave get one back, and we'll see if that inspires some new life as we're back to 4-on-4 skating now. And now it'll be 5-on-4. The Green Wave will go back on the power play. They wiped out the time. There's 5 skaters out there for Moorhead. Oh, they scored the goal. That's why. Okay. They scored the goal. That's why that power play came to an end. My apologies, folks. We've seen some kind of freaky things go up already. I was expecting some 4-on-4 and then a transition on the end of that. Instead, that's not what happened. Out in front, they had a chance. Going down the ice through the slot was Titan Bergeson, who's had a big night scoring already. He put the first goal on the board here this evening. Green Wave come away with it after Bergeson lost control of the puck. Cooper Hill's on the right point trying to step through a pair of defenders. Leaves one off towards the high slot. Barnson trying to look down the ice. Deflected. Loose puck taken up by Max Cullen. He'll twist it off towards the far wall. Cole Schmiederberg picks it up left wing and dumps one back in behind the net. Stenjum out for the transition. Under 7 to play opening period. 3-1 Moorhead on the all-true scoreboard. They scored the first 3 goals. The Green Wave scored on a 4-on-3 power play on a goal by Chase Panzer a couple of moments ago. Bergeson neutral zone, up to Brooks Cullen. Quick snap shot from the high slot. Kicked aside by Noah Schindele, who's had a lot to do so far tonight already. Jordan Nowacki out into the neutral zone for the Green Wave. Little pressure coming here from the third line for East Grand Forks. A stop by Cole Schmiederberg. He'll dump one back into the Moorhead zone, and the Spuds get back to it. As Drew Simonich will take a look for a breakout angle for the Spuds. Long cherry pick pass up the ice from Mason Kraft, and I believe icing is going to be the call. And we'll head back into the Moorhead zone for a draw.
Yeah, if we go back about a minute or so, Evan Warner came up the puck. Warner came up the ice. He got the puck just over the red line. It was a 1-on-4, Ryan. It was a 1-on-4, him and 4 side players. As soon as he got the puck, he started skating north, and immediately head was up. He's like, where am I going with this puck? And he ends up getting Bergeson crashing the net. Now Bergeson just missed, but I mean, just that kind of play where you're always looking to make a play. I mean, it's impressive to watch.
They're a highly trained, highly skilled, highly coached team. You can see that. They're a team that comes in here that shows a lot of polish, and we really haven't seen a ton of that. It's a very accomplished hockey team.
Well, it's just fun to watch a team that's looking to make plays and you know, not doing that like I'm just going to skate it all the way down the ice. They're always looking to pass the puck, move the puck, get open, move the puck, get open again.
Brooks Cullen into the corner for Moorhead, turning it back out to Zach Zimmerman, right side wall. Zimmerman stepping away from pressure, comes out to the right point. Stick handles his way back into the corner, looking for Cullen. Cullen tries to outrun Panzer behind the net, and then Panzer just gets thrown down as he stepped in to try to put some pressure on. Schmiederberg steps in as well, trying to cover the puck for the Green Wave. It leaks up the wall back to Cullen. Cullen a stop, snowplow, driving through left circle, fires, and that one, you lost it on the way towards the net as well. It ends up in the webbing, but the velocity of these shots from the Spuds, truly amazing.
Well, I don't know, is his dad Matt Cullen? I mean, Matt Cullen had a pretty good shot. That was always kind of his thing, right? He could just snap it like father, like son, or if it's uncle, whatever the relationship is. There's Cullens all over this roster and in the Moorhead youth program as well. So
yeah, and it was fun. I had a chance to work public address for that B-Dubs tournament that was in Grand Forks the second time around between that highly talented, highly ranked Moorhead Bantam team and the Grand Forks Aviators. That was won by Moorhead 3-1, and that looked anything like a Bantam game. That was a heck of a hockey game that day. A pass down the ice, knocked away loose, comes back out to the point. Dufault from the left point, launches one in. Cullen over to pick it up off the wall. Max Cullen gets stopped. Loose puck picked up by Jace Van Epps for East Grand Forks. 2-on-2, Van Epps tossing up the wall looking for Cooper Hills. Got spun around far side, Aiden Dufault lost it. Little backhand slip, scores! Jace Van Epps, unbelievable play for the Green Wave. Van Epps comes slashing in through the hash marks, gathers one on the backhand side, and scores on a flip to cut the lead to 1 at 3-2.
yeah, sometimes those soft little backhands, those flips are the hardest to judge because you're expecting it to come quick. It doesn't. Stenjum, it hits him, but he drops it. Rebounds there. Great play by East Grand Forks.
Let's take a look at it again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay, and you'll just see Van Epps right here, just the backhand flip as he was going down, skating his way through the hash marks. Fantastic play for Jace Van Epps. As we get the official scoring on it, there will be an assist for Hunter Varnson on it. And Cooper Hills, it'll be Van Epps from Varnson and Hills at 11:59. And the Green Wave have come back with 2 straight goals and made this a 1-goal game, and they're looking faster and better than they were looking in the first couple of minutes. They're making a game out of this tonight.
Yeah, it feels like that first 7 minutes was a little bit of an adjustment period for East Grand Forks. They just maybe weren't adjusted to the speed and quickness and the rate at which Moorhead made plays, but they're kind of figuring it out now, and they're doing some damage on their own in the offensive zone.
Puck loose into the neutral zone. Loose puck gathered up by Jake Chupka, and Chupka will dump it back into the Moorhead end. Devig trying to rotate it back out for Warner on the left wing, but that one leaks back into the neutral zone. Green Wave cut it off momentarily with Jordan Nowaki, and now Warner brings it back up for Moorhead. Jumps the defender, tried to drive in towards the net, but lost the puck off the end wall. Warner stops, works his way back behind the net, steps back out left corner, rotating back towards the wing, turns it back to Devig, high slot. Wrister deflected by Schindley, and a rebound put from the far corner. Schindley will cover it up. Wow. Touch of the stick, blasted that one right by Schindley. He was fortunate to get back to it.
Yeah, you talked about just a well-coached, well-trained team. I mean, that's a shot from the point, and whoever tipped that puck, I didn't even see who it was. He wasn't even standing in front of the net, right? He just reached his stick out from a long ways away and just tipped that puck down. Great play. Probably something they've done a million times this year.
Puck loose on the far side wall. Cole Schmiedeberg will pick it up. Score update coming in from Grand Forks, Red River. Fargo Davies leads Red River 50-26 at halftime. That's a battle for the top spot in the EDC. We have that for you tonight on KNOX Live Sports Channel 1 this evening. Channel 2 has East Grand Forks and War Road tonight in high school basketball. The Warriors 16-0 coming into that matchup tonight. And then we've got the number one team in AA hockey versus East Grand Forks here tonight. Big night for us on KNOX Live Sports, but 50-26 at the break. Mason Clabo, 31.2 points per game. Here's a 2-on-1 odd man. That hit the side of the net coming from Zach Zimmerman on the right side for the Spuds. He'll turn it back out towards the wing for Kraft. Load up slap shot taken from the right point by Carter Huteri. That goes wide of the net. Cullen trying to corral it in. Zimmerman gets a body from behind from Schmiedeberg and Beese. And the puck is tied up against the end wall with 3 minutes, 10 seconds to play here in the opening frame. Schmiedeberg trying to dig it out. Gets turned around. Zimmerman comes back right side. Little floater in front of the net looking for Kraft on the top of the paint. Gets deflected into the corner. Hunter Barneson back up the ice for East Grand Forks. 3-2 your score, under 3 to play. All True scoreboard. Scoreboard updates brought to you by All True. Mason Kraft looking up into the offensive end. Pesh comes away with it for the Green Wave. Tried to leak one neutral zone. Kraft turns it into a turnover. Back into a 3-on-2. Wrister from Cullen wide of the net. Boy, we talked about Orion in the pregame report. You've got to be clear in the neutral zone. The Green Wave turned it over. And you can see what Moorhead does with that. It was a 3-on-2 right in the skip of a beat.
Yeah, I mean, within 2 or 3 seconds of that turnover, the puck's just missing the net on a point-blank chance for Moorhead. You said it, right? The turnovers, they can't happen. And we've also seen a couple times East Grand Forks, their defensemen especially, getting caught up the ice, not making a play, and you know Moorhead's pressure. So it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2. You got to avoid those turnovers. You got to avoid those odd man rushes.
3-2 your score. Moorhead leading. Draws brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your number one supplier of egg tires in the region, and Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround promotional goods store in Grand Forks. Loose puck. Bergeson leaving it out in front of the net. Had an opening. Nobody home to catch up to it. Back to the point. Aiden Dufall for Moorhead spins it back into the offensive end. Pesh will turn it off the wall for Jake Chupka. Chupka turns it back out. Bergeson holds the zone for Moorhead, then knocked loose again, and Chupka will force the puck back into the neutral zone, and it will roll back into the Moorhead end. Picked up on the right wall by Carver Hasbargen. Hasbargen gets turned over. A step in by Corbett. He got tripped up on the way there. Spuds have 3-on-3 in front of them. They'll wide now with it. Carver Hasbargen coming up into the offensive end. Turn around. Good defensive stand by Judd Pesh, who backhands the puck into the left corner, and then now looks to clear it back up on the right side wall. And he'll turn it back to Nolan Mellebrook. Mellebrook steps across the dotted line. Turned it back into the Moorhead end, but Devig was back playing center field. He's got it now for the Spuds. Steps back over towards the left wall. Turns it back for Brandon Mickelson. Mickelson a look. East Grand Forks trying to corral and play out. Little triangle in the neutral zone. And Bergeson had leaked his way up into the offensive end. We'll see icing against Moorhead, but I've never seen a cat and mouse game quite like that. We'll stand, and there wasn't anybody near the puck except for the puck handler. Everybody else had picked the zone of the ice, and it was going to be nothing but a long stretch pass no matter where you went with it.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I mean, Moorhead just sent, like you said, puck behind their own end. Their defenseman has the puck. They just sent 2 guys far blue line and just planted them there. They got a 3rd guy kind of floating for support. They're just looking for that long stretch pass, stretching the ice, pulling East Grand Forks apart. looking for seams and lanes to take advantage of.
Puck up the ice. Oh, a quick opportunity out in front for Zimmerman. He gets stopped. Noah Schindele stepped in front of it after Zimmerman got free to break out, and Brooks Cullen picks one up and rams it in for a goal. Boy, that just had goal written all over it from the time that Zimmerman came up ice. Cullen retrieves it and slams one home with a high wrister, and it's now a 4-2 lead for Moorhead.
Yeah, that's just a great pass by Zimmerman to Cullen, who just tucks it in like no big deal. I mean, again, we to beat a dead horse, but it just seems like these Moorhead guys just always know where everybody's at on the ice. I mean, that's a quick turn by Zimmerman, and he just throws it right on the stick of Brooks Cullen, who just tucks it in.
They understand how to make plays, and they're all looking to do it as the Spuds will ice it. Let's take a look at that goal again on the American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. And right there was the cut in by Zimmerman, and you could just see there was trouble there. And the puck goes right across. What a great pass, right across the top of the paint. And there was Cullen just waiting. And when you see a play like that, Ryan, you wonder, how do you even know to look to that spot to make the pass, right?
Yeah, they just know where everyone's at. But like even that pass, there's 2 East Grand Forks players there defending. And he threads that needle. It's a hard pass. And Cullen handles it like nothing and just tucks that thing right up there.
Retrieved it, did a nice job with it, and was just waiting to put it in the back of the net. And you're seeing a lot of skill tonight. So definitely there for Moorhead. 4-2 your lead. We'll get the scoring on it again. Cullen from Zimmerman, and I believe Mason Kraft is going to pick up an assist on that goal as well. So Cullen from Zimmerman and Kraft at 15:53 makes it 4-2 Moorhead on the all-true scoreboard. Barnson trying to get one away from a steep angle, short-sided for East Grand Forks. Turns one back out to the near edge. Van Epps blasts one in, looking for a deflection off the near point. Actually, it wasn't Van Epps. It came out to the point. Schmiederberg sent it in. Van Epps sent it to him. Play out of the corner, looking to the high slot for Van Epps, picked off. And here come the Spuds. Oh, they leaked one out. Oh, that was touched up. The Moorhead crowd's not going to be happy about that. It looked like East Grand Forks touched that puck on their own line. But in the long run, they'll get an offside call. And we'll come back out to the, oh, it looks like we're going to go back into the zone. Yeah, we're going to go all the way back into the Moorhead zone for a draw. If you're a Moorhead fan, you're like, come on, that should have been an opportunity. And we're not just going to get the draw on the East Grand Forks line. We're going all the way back in the Moorhead zone.
Yeah, I'm not gonna judge Eric Bartonson's call on that one, because if he called it offsides, I got a feeling it was offsides. But we've seen this twice now, where these long offsides where Moorhead's just throwing pucks up the ice to a guy streaking. And twice we've had offsides come all the way down. You don't see that too often. We've seen it twice in the first period.
It's been a little different. We've seen 2 different shades of Moorhead so far tonight. The shade where it was just in your face, aggressive up the ice, and then that one trying to stretch the ice out a little bit. Ferguson trying to make a touch pass in towards the near side, looking for some help from Devick that came up the ice. Back out in front, and could have been a call right at the horn as we see Tyden Ferguson tripped up on the way back. 6 goals in the opening period. Moorhead gets 4 of them, and it's 4-2 Moorhead on the all-true scoreboard as we get ready to go to our intermission report tonight. Our intermission report is brought to you this evening by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel. We'll come back with our intermission report next, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
If you've got an electrical emergency, call RBB Electric. We are your 24/7 electrician. Your call will always be answered by an RBB employee ready to help 24/7. RBB Electric is on time every time. Your time is valuable, and we don't waste it. RBB Electric always calls ahead to schedule service. We are online always. If you suffer from slow download speeds, call our certified network designers and installers. On call, on time, and online. RBB Electric won't leave you in the dark. RBB Electric, your 24/7 electricians.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh-baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Men of Steel.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
From tearing your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
Wow, Ram buyers, listen up. Right now, get 22% off all remaining Ram trucks at Nelson Auto in Grand Forks. Yep, you heard right, 22% off. You pick 1500 or heavy duty and save 22% right off the top. Or get 0% for 72 months on select Wrangler, Grand Cherokee, Pacifica, or Dodge Hornet. These are huge discounts and 0% is back. It's a great time to take a test drive. Grab these huge discounts and low financing now at Nelson Auto Center, Grand Forks.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. We've reached intermission number 1 tonight. Our intermission report is brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. With a system from High Plains Water, you get the advantages that you're looking for in the quality of living around your home. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. You're going to have appliances that last longer, cleaner laundry with less detergent. Treated water does better on laundry than non-treated water. And of course, you're going to have better tasting tap water. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. With all those projects that you need to get ready for the upcoming spring season, don't delay. Get them now to Grand Forks Welding and Machine. Get those twisted or broken shafts repaired, holes tightened up around the machinery that you need to get your work done. Grand Forks Welding and Machine, they are the men of steel. Moorhead came off as the men of steel to get things started in the opening period. Scored 3 goals out of the chute. They had 3 goals on the board early, but East Grand Forks gave a little bit of a comeback push. Scores on the 4-on-3 power play. Nice goal by Jace Van Epps to get things going, and it's 4-2. East Grand Forks down on the scoreboard, but for a while they got into the game. It just seemed like it took East Grand Forks a while to pick up the true speed of what Moorhead is as a hockey team.
Yeah, it was the playmaking speed that they had to adjust to. But like you said, once they did, I mean, I think they figured it out. They started breaking up more of Moorhead's, plays in the offensive zone. They started doing some good things. They got the 2 goals. So great pushback for East Grand Forks. At 3-0, you're like, oh boy, where's this one going to go? Sure. You can easily fold up tent and just kind of go through the motions, but great push by them. That 4th goal for Moorhead, though, that just shows the margin of error. Because that 4th goal, we might see it, but it was covered well. Zimmerman was covered. There was pressure on him. Cullen out front, there were 2 guys right there, but they just like that, they can make something out of nothing. So that's the danger when you play a team like Moorhead.
Now, normally we'd bring you our highlights package here from the opening period. Our highlights are brought to you by Proceed. If you need seed, you think Proceed, proceed.net. We're having some technical issues tonight with a couple of things that we typically do in our game broadcast. Let's see what we can get done. And, here's the problem that we're having. You can tell right away. So we'll try to get some of this fixed for you, but that's not exactly the way we plan to bring you a highlight here tonight. Let's tell you what, Rhino, let's see if we can't do that again, huh? Just go ahead and see if we can't.
If not, just get ready to tilt your head. You should be fine.
There we go. Okay, we'll bring it up here. And I'll tell you what, we're going to do these for all the highlights to get started so that you could see them, okay? That's what we'll do. So we'll just go ahead and rerun them for you one more time. So this is already 1-0 in favor of the Moorhead Spuds to start tonight. And this just a great slash through the defense for Mickelson to score. That makes it a 2-0 lead at that point. But then later, we'd see Moorhead coming back to take a 3-0 lead. And East Grand Forks short-sided. That was Jace Panzer. And Panzer's one of those guys that we think could do something later for East Grand Forks throughout the year. And then this goal by Jace Van Epps, falling from behind, able to take the contact. It was 3-1 at that point. That made it 3-2. But this is the goal that Rhino's talking about tonight. We'll give you a full look at it. But this Zimmerman in the corner, great pass off of Brooks Cullen with the net wide open. There's just not much you can do about that situation. We'll take a look at this one again. Good slash coming in. That was Zimmerman getting to the net. Puck goes into the corner. Pass across. Right there is Brooks Cullen to shovel it in. Those are your highlights. They're brought to you tonight by Proceed. You need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net. We know we had some audio problems with that as well. Again, tonight, we're kind of on some backup gear, so we're going to get those audio problems fixed for you as we go throughout the night, but those are some of the plays that really made this thing go tonight. Scoring summary with Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. For Moorhead, we saw Tyden Bergeson score first, 146, and then it was Mickelson scoring at 4:18 of the opening period. Great goal coming in from Brandon Mickelson, a blue liner, and then it was Brooks Cullen getting the first of two that he would have in the opening period. Cullen scored to make it 3-0, and Cullen scored again to finish things up, so 2 goals for Brooks Cullen, the second coming at 15:53. But Jace Panzer, 8:59 of the period to make it 3-1, and Jace Van Epps scored at 11:58 of the second period to make it 3-2. It's currently 4-2. Who lit the lamp? Brooks Cullen twice for East Grand Forks, Jace Panzer and Jace Van Epps. And that's Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. All right, we'll take a break as we continue with our intermission report here tonight from East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena. Have some scores on some of the other games that we're bringing to you this evening. So we'll give you some updates there on our All True scoreboard and get ready for second period action. This is our coverage of high school hockey with the Spuds leading the Greenway 4-2 on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports. Stay with us. More on the way next.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer.
You've been waiting for a chance to do something that matters, something big, without a big price tag. Welcome to Northland Community and Technical College. Here you can have a big impact on a small campus, in classrooms that mirror today's workplace, with instructors who teach from experience and know you by name. You've been waiting for a place like this. Are you ready?
Need seed? Think Proceed. Proceed.net.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersales.com.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey tonight in the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports, as we get ready for second period action. Folks, for those of you that are following along on video tonight, we're going to ask your patience with something. Now, again, this is a system that we broke out just today as our backup system. We're built to be able to bring you 2 web streams each evening. Tonight we had 3. Tonight we had East Grand Forks and War Road in boys basketball, which is currently on Channel 1. They're down to the final few minutes in a 5-point game. We had Grand Forks Red River Fargo Davies on Channel 2 tonight. All these channels found at KNOXradio.com. Click on the live sports link and then or actually the sports link rather, and then the live sports link. And then, of course, we have this one tonight, and every single one of them is important. Battle for first place in the EDC boys basketball. War Road 16-0 coming in against East Grand Forks tonight. Highly rated matchup, Section 8. And then, of course, we have this one tonight. And we just didn't have a chance to get all of our settings correct. So here's what we're going to do while we go through our highlights package.
I went looking.
We're just going to go ahead and mute all of the video that we had from the highlights
up the ice,
so that we can talk over them the right way. And that should finish it up, okay? That should get everything that we needed to do to be able to bring you this one seamlessly tonight. I'll tell you what, Ryan, when you manufacture things on the fly, sometimes good things happen, sometimes pretty good things happen, and we were somewhere between pretty good things and good things today. So there's that.
Hey, listen, you can see it, you can hear it, we're good. A little bit of adjustment period, right? East Grand Forks had their adjustment period, we got ours.
Yes.
But now the second period's going to start. Everyone's kind of in sync, we're in sync, EGF's in sync. They're going to come back, make this a game, we should be good.
I love the very optimistic appraisal of the situation from my broadcast partner. Again, 4-2 after 1. Our intermission report brought to you by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks, and Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, as we get ready to go into second period action tonight. Score updates. They're going to overtime over at East Grand Forks Senior High. They're tied and going to overtime, and the Green Wave are playing without their best player. Austin Rustling was injured in the game with Sacred Heart. That's a 20-point performer that's not in the lineup tonight for East Grand Forks, and they're hanging with the undefeated War Road Warriors, trying to give them their first loss. The Green Wave had a 5-point lead with 5 minutes left, and they are now headed to overtime over at East Grand Forks Senior High School. Again, that's on KNOX Live Sports Channel 1 this evening. You can find that, or actually that's on Channel 2 this evening. Go to KNOXradio.com. Click on the sports tab and the live sports link, and you can see all 3 of our web streams there, and you can choose which one you want to take in. This one's 4-2, Moorhead over East Grand Forks. Zach Zimmerman breaking away, little turnover in the neutral zone. And once again, Moorhead has no problem getting into their offensive cycle after a turnover in the neutral zone. Green Wave pick it up. They're going to leak Tucker Lovejoy out towards the far edge of the ice. He got as far as the Moorhead line. Couldn't control the puck cleanly. Brooks Cullen comes away with it, sends it right side. Mason Kraft, he parks top of the right circle, then widens out, creeps in, fires, and put it up over the bar. So ring back out of the neutral zone, and Brady Steffen goes back to pick it up for the Spuds.
I'm curious what kind of adjustments we're going to see from East Grand Forks here. I mean, listen, Tyler Pommel's no slouch.
No.
He watched 17 minutes of that game, and I'm sure his wheels are turning like, what do we got to do here? So we'll see what they do in the second period here.
Mason Kraft looking left side. Cullen reaching in, trying to find Zimmerman, parked on top of the paint. Another long shift again to start a period for the Moorhead Spud top line. Off the left side, Van Epps backhanding one into the offensive end. Steffen gets cleaned out for Moorhead after playing the puck back up the right side wall. Max Cullen dropping off. Haspargan a drive. That may have hit the pipe again. It grazed that left pipe. Loose puck comes back out to the right for Cooper Hills for East Grand Forks. Hills looking for support. Van Epps picks one up, finds Corbett near side with a drive that goes wide of the net, trying to go short-sided on it. Puck loose against the net. A look off the left side, trying to find that was Jordan Nowacki for East Grand Forks. He comes back to Hills, right boards, back to Nowacki on a toss towards the top of the crease, then ends up being played off the wall by Haspargan for Moorhead. East Grand Forks finding ways to sustain a little bit of pressure here after the first few minutes. We'll see a whistle here, but the Green Wave have found a way to get in the offensive zone and stay there a little bit.
Yeah, it was a good shift there, some good pressure. They got to get a few more pucks to the net, some greasy ones, make some things happen. I mean, the one thing that you know when you've seen it, at least in the first period, is that Moorhead likes to vacate that zone, right? They like to send their forwards and hit that long stretch pass. So if you can turn some pucks over deep, if you can turn some pucks over at the blue line, you might have 2 Moorhead forwards already up the ice. You can come back and push down a little bit.
Putting a lot of pressure on. Oh, there's another big hit from behind. Another penalty coming up. Cole Beast knew it as well, and this is going to be a tough penalty for East Grand Forks. Beast is going into the box. They're already down Max Beast in the lineup tonight, who tearing into traffic, knocked down in front of him, and East Grand Forks will touch it up and send it back up the ice, but we may have another conversation about a penalty coming up here after Cole Beast planted a spud in the far corner. It didn't look as bad as the earlier one, but still from a tough angle looked bad for Cole Beast.
Yeah, I mean, Michael Lucasen, official there, makes a call, and he doesn't make a call. He just calls the penalty and skates right over to talk with his partners. So you got Bobby and Michael Lucasen and Eric Bartson, like we mentioned, 3 big-time officials here. They're going to make the right call. Just 2 there.
Cross-checking call.
I think I agree with that one. The first one was for sure 5 that we saw earlier. That one looked a little less aggressive. I think he just kind of turned into a hit.
So Cole Beast will take a cross-checking call at 2:29 of the second period. Another power play coming up. Brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, online, rbbelectric.com. If I read John Emmerman's facial expressions correctly,
also reading those,
the head coach from Moorhead, I don't believe he agrees with the minor penalty call
he does
in
not.
that situation. Zimmerman on the right point, turning one into the corner, but nonetheless another power play for the Moorhead Spuds. Left side, Mason Kraft looking off the point. He'll turn it back to Mickelson. Mickelson a step back towards the blue line, into the corner. Bergeson, quick turn and rip, deflected up and over the bar. Kraft looking against Corbett for pressure in the far side corner. Brainwave attempting to clear. Corbett rings it back up the left wall. Good clear by Nick Corbett around the boards.
Yeah, I like that kill right there for East Grand Forks. They're very passive when Moorhead has the puck and they're moving it. They're protecting the middle of the ice, but when that puck is loose, when it's on the yellow, it's loose. East Grand Forks was going. They got to clear out of it.
Mickelson brings it back up into the offensive end on a stretch pass left side to Brooks Cullen. Zach Zimmerman back to Mickelson on the right point. Takes a look at Kraft. Back to Zimmerman right circle. Cross ice pass. Kraft trying up into the webbing. We'll see a draw coming up. But man, these Spuds passes are so crisp. They're more fun to watch pass the puck than they are to score goals because they make accurate passes. They receive so well. They're just never losing the puck off of a pass.
No, they aren't. And when they catch those passes, especially on those power plays, they catch it already in position to shoot. Like there's no catching, dusting it off, holding it, wait. No, it's catch and shoot. But 2 good sticks there, one by Judd Pesch, one by Hunter Varnson to tip passes away and kind of break up that last play by Moorhead.
Mason Kraft back to Zimmerman on the right point. Kraft running high slot. They've changed their power play now a little bit. Going to run this high with Kraft quarterbacking it. They'll bring it back out to the top. Brandon Mickelson steps back into perhaps that spot. So maybe just an adjustment of personnel. Still look at the same scenario. Off the wall, Kraft back to Zimmerman. High slot again. Stepping up, looking for a chance. Knocked down in front. Nick Corbett with a good block of the puck. Sends it back up ice on net.
Another good kill there. That one, Cooper Hill's got a stick on a cross-seam pass and deflected a really good opportunity for Moorhead.
Bergeson right point into the circle.
Oh, nice
Quick
save.
shot short-sided by Brooks Cullen. Big save by Schindele. Puck rotates loose back behind the net. Sent back into the neutral zone by Tucker Lovejoy. Another hit thrown in on Zimmerman from behind. And you could see that coming from the backside. And Lovejoy had to hold up or he's going in for 5 minutes in that situation. Mickelson comes away with it. Power play about to end. Green Wave get a kill, but the Spuds are back up ice. And Mickelson all kinds of distance. He had a chance to take a look at any zone he wanted, all by himself, right between the hash marks. Noah Schindele makes a big kick save. Back to the high slot again. This is another try coming in, ripped in from the left by Drew Simonich. Simonich gets turned into the corner. Judd Pesch will pick up the loose puck, and the Green Wave had some extra seconds to defend and still do. Bergeson takes the puck. He'll drive one into Schindele's glove. Schindele holds for the whistle with 12:04 left in the second frame.
Boy, some big saves by Schindele there. I mean, the first one starts with I mean, there was a bunch on that kill, but Brandon Mickelson just right down Broad Street. That's a 31-point defenseman coming in clean from the hash marks.
All by himself.
All by himself.
Yeah. Nobody within about 6 feet of him. And he could pick any spot of the net. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 to work with, and Schindele made a big save.
Yeah, he's playing big right now.
They'll draw to the right of Schindele in the East Grand Forks zone. 4-2 Moorhead on the All-True scoreboard. We've played 5 minutes of the second period of play on our All-True scoreboard. Puck right side, Cooper Hills taking one towards the corner. Varnson will pick it up back behind the net, back towards Hills. Hills will step back out towards the right wall, looks around, steps away. Back out to the point again. Clausen into traffic, knocked down. Good block of a shot that time by Brady Steffen for Moorhead. Hasbargen on the near side, turns one back out in the neutral zone. Hills picked it off, near side Van Epps. He'll toss it off the wall looking for a Karam. Aiden Dufault over to take that away. Green Wave step up front. Hasbargen loses a puck, taken back on the near side by Schmiedeberg. Schmiedeberg trying to get a shot through the circle. That one got deflected loose back to the point. A step in by Van Epps. He's outstepped. And here's a 3-on-2 odd man for Moorhead. Cullen leading the charge. It's Max Cullen. He'll lose a puck that was shot and blocked back to the wall. Turns it back behind the net for Evan Wanner. Wanner stepping back towards Huteri on the near side point. Another big shot to the board sends Carver Hashbargen down. Green Wave come away with it. Van Epps will send it up ice as the Green Wave look to change up. Another long pass near side that will turn into icing. And we'll head back into the Moorhead zone for a draw with 10:55 left. Draws tonight brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region, and brought to you tonight as well by Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround, family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks.
Now let's give some credit to East Grand Forks. They're not backing down at all. I feel like they're starting to pick up a little bit of steam. They've had a couple of good shifts in the offensive zone. Shinley's made some huge saves. They've defended well. They're kind of in this one, Ryan. They just need a goal to get this to 4-3.
This has been a much better second period than what they saw early in the first period. Green Wave really putting a good stretch together, at least to start it. We're not yet halfway through it. Puck on the near side wall, battled for in the neutral zone. Milwaukee taking a whack at it for the Green Wave. Ends up back to Cole Beast, who served his time. Off near edge, and we see a spin down of, I believe that was Campbell. That was Seamus Campbell that was taken down for Moorhead. Up is Cole Beast back behind his net. Beast will turn it back out towards the right. Long pass coming from the left wing for the Green Waves, Jake Chuka. Chuka looking ahead for Judd Peshka, turned over. Huteri steps in for the Spuds. Another puck broken up, trying to go cross ice on a pass. Back to get it, Michael Herman on the third line. Spins it back in, and here come the Spuds making a change. It looks like they're going to change out all 5 and go back to their first unit, front end back. Puck goes loose, top of the slot in the Spud zone. And we'll see Zimmerman cranking it back out to the neutral zone. Cole Schmiedeberg back to get it for East Grand Forks. Schmiedeberg coming up ice, turned over. Mason Kraft again coming up ice with Zimmerman. Kraft sends it back to Mickelson, right point. Look, kick save. Noah Schindley, another big stop. Rebound left alone. Now the Green Wave come away with the puck. Here comes Tucker Lovejoy to the offensive end. Lovejoy looking for a chance to get around Devig, and Devig will plant Lovejoy into the wall. Mellebrook came away with it, made a pass back to the high slot intended for Schmiedeberg, but that was broken up. Brooks Cullen got to it to turn it away for the Spuds. Sent back into the neutral zone, and Corbett will dump it back up into the Moorhead zone. 9:10 left in the second period. Still 4-2. Same score as the start of the second period of play.
Still 4-2, but we saw, here we go.
Here comes Moorhead, 3-on-2. Zimmerman a pass, and that gets broken up. Goes loose in the neutral zone. Cooper Hills comes away for East Grand Forks. Hills leaving one back. Van Epps had a chance. The net open in the top left corner, and he missed it. Puck goes back into the neutral zone off of a cycle. Kraft couldn't hold it. Green Wave get to it with Hunter Varnson spinning one off the wall. All of a sudden, there's a lot of space around Green Wave skaters here. Van Epps taking it back, leaving it back into the neutral zone for Hills. His pass to Varnson broken up. Take it back off the top for Kraft. Mason Kraft trying to steer through it. We'll see an offside call, but dare I say the Green Wave have been attempting to slant the ice a little bit the last 3-4 minutes.
They have, and the one thing that I'm really noticing is when you watch Moorhead on the rush, they're always sending guys to the net, but they don't always go that route. They attack in layers, right? So they have guys attacking to the net, then they have guys coming in late. East Grand Forks is defending in layers, so they're always having guys sit back. So when they turn around to make that draw pass, there's an East Grand Forks player right there to defend it and break it up. And that wasn't happening in the first period.
Another penalty coming up. This is going to go against Moorhead, and a chance out in front for Milwaukee, banging away. And we'll see a whistle, and it looks like the Spuds now will serve some time in the bin. And this one was in the back also. And another meeting of the minds between Eric Martinson and Michael Lucasen as to what's going to happen on this one. We know the penalized skater is going to be Aiden Dufault. We don't know for how long.
And he was the one who took that first big hit by Varnson. Good to see him back. He got up after that big hit in the first and could barely get off the ice, but he ended up back on in the first. But now he's found himself in the box for a similar situation. Uh-oh.
Yeah, they're talking it over. Charging call? 5-minute major for charging? Is that what we saw?
I'm not going to lie. I didn't see the hit right. It was way in the corner, and the puck was coming up the ice, so I turned my head. But, yeah, 5.
Major penalty It'll be a charging call, as I understand it, if I saw the mechanic correctly. So a 5-minute major penalty on Aiden Dufault for charging, and the Green Wave go all you can eat. Power play brought to you by RBB Electric, on call, on time, online. RBBelectric.com, one of the 2 Green Wave goals in the power play tonight. That was a 4-on-3. This now becomes 5-on-4 for 5 minutes.
How often do you see a guy on the receiving end of a 5-minute major then take one later in the game? That's an odd situation.
I wouldn't think it's quite as odd.
I guess
you want to hand one back, right?
I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, you know, one for you, one for me. That's even, right? But a 5-minute major penalty, and East Grand Forks go on the power play, and we'll see now if they can execute and try to cut this to a 1-goal game. It's 4-2 in favor. Oh boy, out in front, Kraft gets stoned. There was an open net. Schindele stopped Kraft after a Green Wave turnover. There was an open net banging away from Brooks Cullen, and he comes up empty. And
boy,
the
that's
right
fortunate,
now,
Ryan. That's really fortunate that didn't go in the net.
Very fortunate break for the Green Wave, and the Green Wave trying to get up ice to get their power play set up, and already 4 minutes, 20 seconds and counting left. It's taken 40 seconds just to get the puck, and they have not yet gained the offensive zone. Here's Cullen on a turnover with Kraft 2-on-1. His shot deflected up into the webbing. The penalty was for charging, by the way. Aiden Dufault for charging, 5-minute major at 8:41 to send us into the power play for East Grand Forks.
Yeah, not a good start to the power play for East Grand Forks. The best 2 or 3 chances have all come from Moorhead in this first minute. They just have to get it in the zone. A decent rush to the neutral zone right there, right? But then they stop on the blue line. They try and make a play on the blue line and turn the puck over. Leads to a 2-on-1 and another missed opportunity for Moorhead.
Green Wave collect the draw. Oh, there was a hook there. Bergeson comes away with it. He just pulled down Cole Beese and went back to get the puck, and they'll skate through it. And now Moorhead has possession. Devig stepping back into his own end for the Spuds and looking way up ice for a clear. Ends up pitching this one up ice, and he's got Hashbargen coming in against Cole Beese looking for control of the puck. Took him into the boards, and Moorhead's not done. They're putting on all the pressure down a man at this point. Puck out to the point. Brandon Mickelson dumps it in. Spuds change up a pair of their penalty kill skaters, and that gives the Green Wave a window to come up ice. It's sent back up by Van Epps. He gets knocked away after he sent the puck up into the offensive end. Cooper Hills cuts one off on the right wall, and the Green Wave attempt to go to work on the power play. It's Hills on the right wall. In towards the corner, finding Varnson behind the net. Varnson stepping back towards the boards. Drops one off for Cooper Hills behind the Moorhead net. Hills taking a look, coming back, working back corner for Varnson. Back to Hills behind the net again. Hills a stop. Varnson off the end wall, skating back towards the wing. Back to Hills behind the net. They're just lurking, and a quick try from the right circle by Varnson ends up being knocked loose. It'll come back to Beast on the point. Beast challenge, turns it back to Schmiederberg. Schmiederberg left point, taking a look. Moorhead clogs the zone. It's picked up quick time, one-timer out in front by Varnson, and then a wave at a one-timer by Van Epps. The puck leaks to the wall, and the Spuds tried to come up ice on a rush. Max Cullen had released, but the loose puck is picked up back on the line by Cole Beese for East Grand Forks.
Boy, Van Epps missed that. Handcuffed him a little bit. It looked like he had a net to shoot at if he would have connected.
Warner continuing to put pressure on the breakout, and you're right, he did have an angle to shoot. And another mishandled puck, Nolan Mellebrook trying to pass one away. He gets pressured by Brooks Cullen. A good chunk of this 5-minute major has been spent inside the Green Wave blue line to include a draw. Breakout pass, Chase Panzer. Panzer trying to step around a defender. Left one up the ice for Chupka. It works back to Corbett on a loose puck. Back to the right side.
Save.
One-timer by Mellebrook, and a huge save by Charlie Stenjum coming back to his left. Wow. Mellebrook hit that clean out of the right circle, and Stenjum saw it coming and got over to make the stop.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a broken play, and Moorhead was really out of position, and Corbett just sent that one over to Mellebrook, who was wide open right on the doorstep, and huge save by Stenjum there to keep us 4-2.
It remains 4-2. 2 more minutes of power play time for East Grand Forks on the 5-minute major penalty against Dufault for charging. In the left corner, Tucker Lovejoy for the Green Wave. Lovejoy stepping back towards the point, rotating it back down to Jace Panzer. Panzer a stop, push back to Mellebrook on the right wing. Mellebrook being pressured by Brooks Cullen. A stop by Panzer, steps into the circle, back to the corner, Mellebrook. Off the wall, it comes back to Corbett. Back to Mellebrook again. Mellebrook will turn it back out to the top. Lovejoy stepping around, looking, finding room and firing just wide. He found exactly what he was looking for and nearly stung Moorhead with it. A shot into traffic that's blocked by Cullen. This works back to Lovejoy again. A tough reach to get to it on the left wall. Can't handle it cleanly. Mason Kraft will put him into the boards. Corbett comes over to retrieve the loose puck, and it's kicked back into the neutral zone. And now a tough play for Mason Kraft. He'll come away with possession, charges in, tight angle against Schindele. Schindele just bodies up and takes it off the chest. Back into the neutral zone, Devig trying to hold on to possession for Moorhead. Mickelson will go back to get it. Down to a minute to go on the power play. Only 4:23 remaining in the second period. And still 4-2 in favor of the Spuds after a quick start where they scored the first 3 goals tonight. Green Wave cut it to 1. Late goal for Moorhead in the first. Made it 4-2, and that's where we stand. A 4-2 margin at this point. Mickelson back, trying to ring one out. Turned over, quick turn by Schmiederberg. Another big save. Charlie Stenjum confronting at the top of the crease to hold on for a whistle.
Yeah, big save because that was a weird bounce, Ryan. That was just a ring that hit a stanchion in the glass, and instead of it ringing around, pops right out in front of the net on the stick of East Grand Forks, and Stenjum stands tall again.
Will draw to the right of Charlie Stenjum in the Moorhead zone. Carver Hashbargen will take the draw for the Spuds. Hunter Varnson for East Grand Forks. Brandon Mickelson steps in as the late joiner to the penalty kill unit here for the Spuds. They hand it down. Puck goes into the corner. Mickelson will turn it back to the right wing. Beast trying to hold the zone. 35 seconds of power play time remaining for the Green Wave. Barnson ends up coming back behind the net. Schmiederberg fighting for control. Barnson turns it back to Cooper Hills. Out to the point, Beast. Near side, Van Epps. Left point, cross-ice pass into the corner. Hills struggling to hold on to it. Puts it up against the wall. Barnson tries to play it for Schmiederberg, lurking between the hash marks. Turns it back to the corner. A hook by Hills off the boards. Hills stepping away, off to the right point. Into the corner, Beast. Clock down to 10 seconds left of the power play and counting. Barnson just trying to reach in and ram one home.
He scored!
It's loose to the crease, and he scores! Barnson starting the play for East Grand Forks. They continue to bang away, and Cole Schmiederberg will take the celly as the Green Wave cut the lead to 1 at 4-3.
I love that play. Was that Barnson behind the net? He started to go around the net, Ryan, and then he stopped smartly to stay in his forehand and came out his forehand side and just jams it on net, which we always talk about. Just jam that thing on net, see what happens. Schmiederberg follows up with a great rebound goal.
Replays brought to you tonight by American Family Insurance. Tyler Nagel, your agent, and you'll see the play here. That was the attempt to wrap around, and then he just went there, and then the free-for-all was on, and the play is snuck in. It looks like, by Cole Schmiederberg on the power play at 13:38 to make this a 1-goal game. It's 4-3. East Grand Forks back within 1 of Moorhead. Great play on the power play, and it came with just seconds left of the man advantage. Water trying to break it out for the Spuds. He looks up ice to Max Cullen, who lost an edge. And back to get to it, Ryan Clausen for the Green Wave. Cole Schmiederberg does get credit for the goal. There will be an assist for Hunter Varnson on it as well. And Cooper Hills will also pick up an assist. Another save is made down ice for Charlie Stenjum. But Schmiederberg comes up with a goal for East Grand Forks in the power play. And we're down to a 1-goal game again. And this one's turning into a great night of hockey here at Civic Center Arena.
Yeah, we got 4-3 the score. Shots are 17-13. So the way this one started, you thought at this point this thing was going to be all but over. But East Grand Forks has battled back, and they're starting to kind of push a little bit, Ryan. They're taking it to Moorhead in stretches of this game.
The way that it opened up, it just seemed like the Spuds were so much faster that it was going to be a really difficult night. And once the Green Wave figured that out, it's been a pretty even game. There hasn't been a whole lot of space between these two teams.
Yeah, they've kind of figured out the playbook a little bit. Now, that being said, Moorhead still incredibly dangerous, so you can't let your foot off the gas.
Corbett up ice, coming away with the turnover. Panzer put it in front for Mellebrook. There was an opening there, but Mellebrook couldn't find it. Green Wave back within 1 on the all-true scoreboard. 4-3 your score. Get the official scoring. Beast, high slot, wrister into traffic, knocked down. Mellebrook trying to retrieve. Be kicked off the boards by Brooks Cullen for Moorhead. Turned back into the corner. Lovejoy trying to stick handle around defense. Takes a hit as he drops one back to Mellebrook. Mellebrook's confronted by Zach Zimmerman 4, and back by Brooks Cullen on the aft. Corbett will turn it back towards the corner. Mellebrook has it. Out to Beast on the right point. Beast looking down. I'll tell you what, Ryan, this is the kind of East Grand Forks Green Wave hockey we knew they could play, and they just haven't played lately. And now a release back up ice from Zach Zimmerman into a 2-on-1 odd man, but they're offside. will come back out to the Green Wave line, or perhaps deeper. But this was the Green Wave team that we thought East Grand Forks was going to be this year, and this team on the ice right now, capable of playing with just about anybody that we've seen so far this season.
Yeah, I love the effort right now. I mean, they have Moorhead all out of sorts right now.
They do.
I mean,
and this is a 19-1 hockey team that's won 19 games in a row.
Yeah, we're not talking like a chance here or there. I mean, that was a stretch there for, what, 2 minutes, 90 seconds, whatever it was, where East Grand Forks controlled the puck in the offensive zone.
Cooper Hills back to center ice, able to find Hunter Varnson. He went looking for Van Epps, deflected. Varnson picked it up, made a pass back across the ice for Hills. Knocked down. Carver Hashbargen comes away with a loose puck from Moorhead. He puts the after jets on, drives his way up behind the net, then turns it back out to the corner after picking up the puck loose. Uteri with a shot from the right point, blasted up and over the net. We'll see a draw coming up in the East Grand Forks zone.
Yeah, huge 90 seconds here as we kind of wind down this period. I think if you're East Grand Forks, hey, 4-3 or 4-4. That's how you want to end this period. So
Vegan Construction Game Look-In brought to you by Vegan Construction, designers, builders, engineers, quality work since 1938. Moorhead scored the first 3 goals tonight, and half of a period, East Grand Forks came back with a power play goal. They've scored twice now on the power play, and they've cut it to 1. Jace Panzer, Jace Van Epps, and Cole Schmiederberg in the power play scoring for the Green Wave. And that is your game look-in, brought to you tonight by Vegan Construction, designers, builders, engineers, quality work since 1938 in the area. Carver Hashbargen turning one back to the top of the crease. It goes loose. Simonich picks it up left point, works back into Max Cullen. Cullen driving his way towards the net, deflected. It goes loose and picked up by Cole Beast for the Green Wave. And here come the Green Wave down numbers. A step up ice, Lovejoy, high slot wrister into traffic, bounds wide of Stenjum, ends up back behind the net. Beast gets held up, being held up strongly, back to the high slot. Panzer a chance, and Stenjum comes out to make another save.
Boy, you almost see, I mean, I just down here, a great play by Moorhead to get the puck to the net. The puck kicks out to the point. Moorhead's defenseman, first period, he's jumping on that puck and walking in. Second period, he's backing up.
It's been a very different Moorhead team, hasn't it? And maybe they're being told that, you never know. I mean,
right.
John Ammerman might be playing this a little bit differently, trying to get his men to adjust to a different style. But I tend to believe that they're really kind of flummoxed right now. Chance by Beast, one-timer from the near side wall. And the biggest change in the game, Ryan, has definitely been the way that East Grand Forks is confronted all the way around the ice.
Yeah, 100%. They are all over Moorhead everywhere right now.
Barnston back out towards the high slot, looking for Van Epps, deflected. Loose puck back into the neutral zone, picked up by Cole Beast for East Grand Forks. Pesh looking down the far wall. This will drift back in behind the Moorhead net. Devig's over to pick it up, being chased by Van Epps. Goes loose up the wall. Barnson waiting for it. Van Epps takes one away. Van Epps a stop. High slot wrister again, up and over. Van Epps will pick it up on the rebound. Looks back towards the net. Toss back to Zimmerman. Backhander coming back to Kraft on the left wing. Kraft coming up the ice, waits for his team, kicks it down towards the right corner, and he was deflected loose. Zimmerman was there, and that was broken up underneath by Cole Beast for the Green Wave. And it comes back, and now Beast will pick one up. He's got a 2-on-1 odd man if he hurries, turns it into a 3-on-2, but the pass coming up ice from Van Epps a bit too strong for Cooper Hills, and cut off by Zach Devig at the end of the second period. Well, if you're scoring the fight, 10-8 round to start off the opening period tonight for Moorhead, but that might have been East Grand Forks period. They're the only ones that score. They had more time, it seemed like, on the aggressive offensive play, and they end up cutting the game to 1, and we've got an interesting hockey game going to period number 3.
Yeah, I watched just the Moorhead players as that buzzer sounded, and there was head shaking, there was hands on knees. They looked a little bit frustrated, and they should be. They were not the same team in the second. A lot of credit to East Grand Forks for causing that.
So we go to the end of 2, and your score after 2 periods of play on the All-True scoreboard is Moorhead 4, East Grand Forks 3. Worth mentioning, shots on goal are 17-15, and at one point it was 16-9 in favor of Moorhead. So 6 of the last 7 shots coming from East Grand Forks, and the Green Wave have some momentum going into the third. Intermission, once again, brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks and Grand Forks Welding and Machine. The Men of Steel will come back with our scoring play from the second, run down the numbers, and continue along with our coverage of high school hockey next on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks to get your quote today.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivards Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World. Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great-tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Big Jim's Tire is the area's #1 farm and ag tire supplier, and with Harvest here, you want the best. Best tires, best service, and Big Jim's will get it done fast to get you moving again. Big Jim's Tire, Grand Forks. Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network as we make our way towards intermission number 2 tonight. And after 2 periods of play, your score is Moorhead 4 and East Grand Forks 3. The Green Wave finding a way to make their way back into the matchup, currently trailing by a goal, scoring on the power play in the second period. Our halftime report, or I should say intermission report rather, is brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water. Grand Forks Welding and Machine ready to get you going for that next season, and we should have a big one coming up, obviously. You're getting ready out there with the snow disappearing, and those of you that are thinking about getting back and doing the work that you love to do, you're going to need that machinery working for you. Get those twisted or broken shafts repaired, those holes tightened up around your equipment at Grand Forks Welding and Machine. They are the men of steel, 1812 Gateway Drive, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water. With a system from High Plains Water, you have what you're looking for when it comes down to the quality of living going up in your home. No more scaly buildup around your fixtures. You're going to have cleaner tasting water right out of the tap. Obviously, you'll drink more if you've got that situation. Cleaner laundry with less detergent and appliances that last longer. We're all interested in saving money. High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. Ryan Cunningham, Ryan Kuntz, Luca Carpenter. Well, the Green Wave down 3-0 after about half a period. And we thought, man, this could be end up running some time and really getting done quick. They battled back, got within 1, fell behind by 2. They're the only team that scores in the second period. This Green Wave team has given this 19-1
on a 19-game winning streak. Moorhead team, something to fret about here after 2 periods tonight.
Yeah, I was late coming back in. I was talking to the Central boys. They wanted me to give them a shout out, so we had Ryder Burris, Mac Blue, Cooper DeZiel. Were giving me their rundown of the game. So that's when I was a little bit late coming back. It's East Grand Forks got to punch them in the mouth. That's what they said. And I think that's what they did in that second period. They just, like we talked about, they could have folded up shop. They didn't. They pushed back hard. And as that second period went on, East Grand Forks got better. Moorhead seemed a little bit confused at what to do. They didn't have the time and space. They didn't have the passing lanes open. There wasn't the options they had in the first period. What a job by EGF in that period.
They did a really nice job. Let's take a look at our highlights that we have for you. Just one scoring play in that second period. And again, our apologies to Proceed. Normally we would bring their graphic on the screen for you to take a look at our highlights. But again, a couple of technical glitches that we had tonight. But our highlights are brought to you this evening by Proceed. If you need seed, think Proceed, Proceed.net, and just the one scoring play that the Green Wave had. And this is gritty area goal time stuff that we're looking at here. Green Wave with the puck on the power play. They end up behind the net, and that's Varnson just turning, coming around the net, and the Green Wave gather and just keep banging away at it. And in the long run, we saw the puck smashed in by Cole Schmiederberg. The goal is Schmiederberg from Varnson and Hills on the power play at 13:38 to make it a one-goal game. And so as we go to the third, well, Ryan, the old adage, I mean, the first goal is always important, but this next one's going to be huge. If East Grand Forks comes back and ties this game, they're going to have a ton of momentum. And speaking of momentum, over tonight at Senior High School, Warroad comes to town undefeated and will not leave that way. Overtime tonight, East Grand Forks defeats Warroad 81-77, a game that we had for you tonight on KNOX Live Sports Channel 2 this evening. Warroad comes to town, forces overtime, but the Green Wave, without 20.8 point per game scorer, Austin Rustling, defeat the undefeated Warroad Warriors tonight, send them to their first loss, and the Green Wave pick up a huge win in basketball. Can they do it in hockey on the ice tonight as well?
What a Tuesday night in East Grand Forks if basketball wins like that and then the hockey team somehow finds a way to knock off Moorhead. Wouldn't that be something?
Yeah, I'll tell you what, talking to Scott Koberinski earlier tonight, and hey, this is a big night. It's, he's the athletic director at East Grand Forks Senior High School. Big night, lots going on. He's like, yeah, a couple of good games in town. Like, no, Scott.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, there are, Scott. They're good ones, yeah. And this one's a good one as well. So the Green Wave winning in basketball tonight, handing Warroad their first loss. Right now they trail Moorhead by a score of 4-3 as we get ready for third period action. Intermission report brought to you tonight by Grand Forks Welding and Machine, the Men of Steel, and High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks. And our third period of action is on the way in just a couple of moments, so we invite you to stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales, Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week.
Spray Advantage of Grand Forks carries everything you need for the chemical and fertilizer application on your farm. They have pumps, tips, and tanks from 3 gallons all the way up to 10,000 gallons on hand. They can help with parts and accessories for the fertilizer and tillage equipment on your farm too. Go to sprayadvantage.com.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
When you're in pain, you need more than just a doctor. You need a problem solver. Count on All True Orthopedics and Sports Medicine and get back to what moves you.
Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Grand Trailer Sales in East Grand Forks is your go-to spot for enclosed utility, flatbed, and dump trailers in the Red River Valley. They have the biggest selection on hand of trailers with great pricing. If you're looking for parts, service, or simply to buy, trade, or rent a trailer, stop into East Grand Forks. GrandTrailersSales.com.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium Drink Water System, which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Apex Apparel is your quick turnaround apparel and promotional item shop in Grand Forks. If you're looking for direct-to-garment printing, embroidery work, or a huge selection of promotional items, come to Apex Apparel, your locally owned, family-run, quick turnaround apparel shop in Grand Forks.
Rust, salt, and time are the biggest enemies for a fuel tank. Never fear, because Grand Forks Welding is here to take care of your enemies for you. We not only fix or patch your tanks, but we can custom fabricate any kind of replacement fuel tanks or service unit. Go to grandforkswelding.com.
Man of Steel. Today, the PS stands for proper service for your home, farm, or business, which is what you'll get from the team at PS Garage Doors in Grand Forks. Whether you need a door fixed or just thinking about replacing what you already have, no matter what the size, PS Doors offers the proper service for you. Get your proper service at psgaragedoors.com.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network. KNOX Live Sports Intermission Report brought to you tonight by High Plains Water, your source for awesome water in Grand Forks and Grand Forks Welding Machine. The Men of Steel. We get ready to start third period hockey. That's not the button we're looking for. There's the button we're looking for. East Grand Forks the win in basketball tonight over War Road 81-77 in overtime. Beat the undefeated Warriors. Red River and West Fargo, that game was down at West Fargo tonight in the all-true scoreboard, and that was 3-1 at one point. Packers, and the Riders came back to score 2 to make it a 3-all tie.
Yeah, 3-3 is what I'm showing. The second's over. Second's over.
Okay.
So second intermission.
So they're getting ready to go to the third period down.
So that's
at the West Fargo Sports Center.
Yeah, that's probably going to decide 2-3, or at least get River a chance to jump to 2 if they win that game.
You lose that one, though, you're on the way back.
They're 3 for sure, probably.
Yep, so that's a big game tonight for Grand Forks, Red River, and the Riders trying to make a good second half of the season comeback in the Eastern Dakota Conference. So we'll see an icing call against Moorhead that will bring us back into the Spud zone to start the third period. Draws tonight brought to you by Big Jim's Tire, your #1 supplier of ag tires in the region, and Apex Apparel, your hometown quick turnaround family-owned promotional shop in Grand Forks. Not just apparel, but promotional items as well. Put your logo to work for your business with Apex Apparel. We'll draw to the right of Charlie Stensham in the Moorhead zone. In this third period, East Grand Forks moving from left to right once again. Loose puck to Mason Kraft on the high slot for Moorhead. He tried to pitch one out in the neutral zone, and Nolan Mellowbrook's going to get hit for a hand pass. He kind of volleyball spiked the puck, and, well, that put it in a certain direction. That's a no-no. Can't do that. And these are big plays. I mean, this is an offensive zone draw coming up here for Moorhead, right?
Yeah, when you got a one-goal game against a team like this, but any one-goal game, all of a sudden third period draws become really, really important.
They'll draw to the left of Noah Schindele. Puck comes back out towards the high slot. Unable to be held cleanly. That leaked out into the neutral zone. That'll be an offside call, I believe.
I think it hit the backup goalie on the bench.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Well, they're still saying on the line. Yeah.
Moorhead shot it, so they'll be.
Ah, there we go. Okay. So we'll draw on the East Grand Forks line. Jace Panzer's got a goal tonight. He'll draw against Brooks Cullen for Moorhead. Puck off the wall, picked up by Cole Beast for East Grand Forks. Beast trying to power his way through the neutral zone. Lost the puck. Judd Pesh takes it away. Comes back to Mellowbrook on the right side wall. Along the dotted line, turns it back, but it's picked up by Mason Kraft. He's then confronted by Panzer. Loose puck to Tucker Lovejoy, and here come the Green Wave up ice. Lovejoy trying to dance around a pair of defenders. Knocks a loose puck into the far circle, but the Green Wave are being summoned off on a change, so Zach Devig able to take it. Now the Spuds try to stretch the ice. It's Kraft coming up into the offensive end. Kraft takes a hit and goes down. Puck loose to the far board. Zimmerman will sweep one back behind the Green Wave net. Kraft takes another shot. Loose puck back to Hills for the Green Wave. He sends it back to the neutral zone. Devig will go get it in the offensive end for East Grand Forks, the defensive end for Moorhead. Zimmerman turns it back. Kraft will take it at center ice for Moorhead. And the Spuds come up the ice. Kraft looking to take the shot. Schindele will glove it. And really tough to tell. Do the Spuds kind of feel like they're maybe going through the motions a little bit here in the third round?
You know what? I'll tell you what. In the first period, that rush right there, that was a 2-on-2 that ended with a shot from 35 feet. In the first period, that would have been followed up by 2 more Moorhead guys. There would have been a couple passes that would have been a shot from the slot. So I don't know if that answers your question, but you're seeing a different team in orange here lately.
Corbett, Schmiederberg, and this will be bounced back up the ice by Hunter Varnson. Green Wave take a look at it. This will come off the wall with Steffen. A lot of energy between those first couple of periods, and so you might wonder what guys have left in the tank. It's Tuesday, new week, that kind of thing. We'll see Tyden Bergeson coming up into the offensive end. Bergeson waving out towards the right circle. His shot got blocked, and I think it's Cole Schmiederberg without a stick right now. Bergeson on the right side wall. Bergeson taking a look. Someone went and got Schmiederberg's stick. Bergeson steps up left circle looking to snipe. Schindele makes a big save. Comes back to the near side. Varnson looking up ice. He's down numbers on a change. Turns it off left side for Jake Chupka. He got ran into the wall. Here comes another penalty. Man, we've seen a ton of shots in the back tonight. This one's going to be an automatic cross-checking call. They won't talk about it. But a power play opportunity coming up for East Grand Forks as we'll see Brady Steffen going to the box for cross-checking.
Yeah, I mean, the hit itself looked like a 5. I don't think it was. Who was on the receiving end of that hit?
I think it was Beast. Might have been Lovejoy.
Might have been Lovejoy. Whoever it was kind of spun into that one a little bit, but I mean, it was cross-checking. They're going to argue on the Moorhead bench, but it was for sure too good call not to have 5 there.
So a power play brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, online, rbbelectric.com. The Green Wave looking to score in the power play to tie the game, but we saw a lot of this from Moorhead in the opening power play of the second period for the Green Wave. East Grand Forks struggled in a 5-minute major just to get the puck up the ice, and right now trapped off in the neutral zone again. Panzer a step back into his own end, finding Nick Corbett, who will relax away from pressure from Mason Kraft. Corbett coming up the wall, dishes one back to center, looking for Lovejoy, who's being chased now by Kraft. Lovejoy back behind his own net, turns it up, it fell on a dasher. Panzer can't get it, and it works back into the neutral zone. Zach Devig will just step his way back and glide into the Moorhead zone to watch time tick off of the power play clock. Puck works back towards the near side, and Drew Simonich, who had lost it, will play this back down to the East Grand Forks zone. 1:05 left in the power play.
I'm not going to lie. You don't see that a lot, but I love it when a penalty killing team does that, where they just take the puck, go all the way back to their own end at a leisurely pace, waiting for you to chase them, then chuck it all the way down the ice.
It's a high percentage type of play, isn't it? Puck back to Hills. Hills ends up losing control of the puck. Bergeson comes away. He'll dish it out the center. Had Ashbargen breaking away. Now Beast steps in front of that. Here come the Green Wave. Beast trying to snap a shot away. A loose puck, and we'll see a net come off its pegs in the Moorhead zone after a dive by Charlie Stengham to cover it up, came up short. Green Wave get an offensive zone draw with 42 seconds left to go of a man advantage.
Yeah, you got the Moorhead bench kind of asking for some calls here, and not sure if it's out of frustration or what, but I haven't seen what they're seeing maybe. Is that fair?
Well, they got hit a couple of times here now after the Green Wave were hit a couple of times. They're going to bring this back out onto the line for the draw rather than the offensive end.
We always see that though, right? When there's a call made from the other opposing bench, now every time someone gets hit or goes down, they want to call. Anyway.
Well, when you got to make a major penalty early, and the officials did, they're going to be involved a lot tonight, right? Hills up into the offensive end on the power play with 30 seconds of it left to go. He'll twist it back behind the net. A turn, Lovejoy, actually Van Epps able to hold the offensive zone. Barnson will dump it back behind the Moorhead net. 4-3, Moorhead leading by 1. The Green Wave going on the power play, but they've had all of about maybe 12, 13 seconds in the offensive zone on this man advantage. Moorhead's kill has been stifling. Hills coming up the ice, gains the offensive end near the end of the power play. Barnson a snapper from the right point. Stengham able to see that the entire way, and he'll make the save and hold with 5 seconds left of the power play time remaining.
Yeah, the East Grand Forks has not been sharp in their power plays, and to be honest with you, Ryan, the way they're playing 5-on-5 is a perfect clash to what Moorhead's doing. Now, when you go on the power play, you obviously change that, right? And now you're playing a little bit more finesse, and all of a sudden you're not playing the way that's made you successful. And I think that's what we're seeing with East Grand Forks in their 5-on-4. I think they're happy just going 5-on-5 here.
Power play comes to an end, and the puck in the East Grand Forks end at the end of that power play. A little toss back towards the net, and Herman driving in. Schindele makes a stop. We've got fisticuffs after the whistle, and the officials will dash in to stop that as Schindele took one run underneath the chin strap and held his ground in the crease while the teams coagulated around him.
We got, 8 guys in the blue paint there on that play, and Schindele got knocked backwards. I think at one point he had the puck, but
he did.
when they blew the whistle, it was still out. It had come back out, but I mean, in that mess, an official, when he loses sight, right, he blows that. So,
well, he somehow found a way to keep it from going into the net. 12:41 left of the third, and the all-true scoreboard 4-3. Moorhead leading East Grand Forks by 1. We draw to the right of Schindele in the green wave zone. Max Cullen to take the draw for the Spuds. He'll draw against Cole Schmiedeberg. Loose puck, Warner, high slot wrister that hit Schindele. Schindele didn't see it coming. He just stood his ground in the place where he needed to be. Loose puck, Jake Chupka coming out of the offensive end, trying to tip one back up the ice for Milwaukee. Official nearly got hit with the puck. Comes back towards the green wave net. Schindele paddles it back towards the corner for Judd Pesh to transition the team. Back to Milwaukee. Milwaukee looking back up the ice. A toss in by Lovejoy. This will float in on Stenjum, and he's going to cover. One thing we can say, Ryan, is that second period, maybe third, when that third line comes on the ice for Moorhead, the Green Wave third line, I think, has been better tonight. I think they've won that matchup, thirds versus thirds out there tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Chupka, Milwaukee, and Freeze, I mean, we've said their names a lot. They've had some big shifts in these last 2 periods, like you said.
That's something that will draw a lot of attention. Cole Beast picking up a loose puck in the neutral zone. Coming back towards the left side for Panzer, but it's broken up. Zach Zimmerman comes away with it. He's got Kraft on his left. Tried to turn it back to the high slot, broken up. Mellowbrook deflects it out of his own end. Oh, wow. We saw a hook on Lovejoy. The stick got underneath his chin. He got yanked down from behind. I'm not sure if it was seen. It doesn't look like it was. It will be an offside call coming up against East Grand Forks, but Lovejoy's head got cranked around. He fell backwards. Tyler Palmasino staring daggers into the officials right now over on the far edge.
Yeah, I just saw the reaction. I didn't see the play, but based on the reaction, he clearly got hooked. Well, neck or helmet. I mean, he was way up high. He pulled his head back.
His chin got ranked all the way around. That's a 15-yarder if it's on Friday night. Puck up against the far boards. It'll work back to the near side. Mason Kraft stepping up into the offensive end, stepping around Schmiedeberg, charging the net, looking to go wrap around, put it out in front. Green Wave collapsed on it defensively, deflect the pass. It goes loose to the right point. Brooks Cullen, near side Mickelson will toss back down. Mickelson with a one-timer kicked away. Loose puck back to the high slot, rifled wide. Zach Devig with a chance on that, and back to Kraft behind the net. First time in a while Moorhead's had some offensive action. Kraft high slot into traffic. Big kick save by Noah Schindele. But Kraft continues to pressure the loose puck. Schmiedeberg will toss it back into the neutral zone, looking for Van Epps on a cherry pick. Devig was back to take the loose puck away. He'll play a backup ice, too strong for everyone. Icing is the call. Brooks Cullen was there, couldn't touch up. And we'll go back into the Moorhead zone for a draw with 11:03 left in the third. Still a 4-3 game for Moorhead.
Yeah, you said it right. That's the first time in a while that we've seen sustained pressure by Moorhead in the East Grand Forks zone. It's the first time we've seen Kraft, Cullen, and Zimmerman since the first period kind of do that when they were doing it every time they're out on the ice, but they've been pretty quiet until that last shift.
Puck knocked back to the point. Clausen for East Grand Forks trying to hold the offensive end. Works back out towards the right side, and a drive up the ice by stepping into the corner. Put it back out in front. It's picked up by Max Cullen. Cullen's got an angle on the far edge, and they score. Cullen came back on the left wing and had a wide open net to work with as he twisted it back towards the right side. And Carver Hashbargen appears to have scored the goal for the Moorhead Spuds to make it a 5-3 Moorhead lead.
Yeah, that was just a good play by Cullen. I think Schindele made a poke at a puck to his right, kind of pulled him out of position, couldn't get back in time, puck centered, empty net, 5-3.
2-goal lead once again now for the Spuds as they start to show some signs of life offensively again, and that leads to their 5th goal tonight. Puck back towards the far edge as we await the official scoring on the goal. In the meantime, Nolan Mellowbrook for East Grand Forks will chip off the glass and turn one back into the neutral zone. Aiden Dufault held by Panzer, but he was able to turn it back up into the green wave end. Hashbargen does get credit for the goal. There's going to be a pair of assists, it looks like. Did they not give an assist on that to Max Cullen? Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Okay, Burgesson got the other assist on it, but I didn't hear him say Cullen at that point. So hash bargain from Max Cullen and Burgesson at 6:14, and it's 5-3 in favor of Moorhead. We'll show you that goal coming up here in a couple of moments on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. Puck loose far, boards off the draw along the Moorhead line, and it goes loose into the neutral zone again. Evan Water trying to charge it for the Spuds. Waved it back into his possession, but Chupka came over to knock it off his stick. Works back to Simonich in the neutral zone. Simonich along the near side wall. Played loose in the neutral zone. Works back to the Moorhead line. Picked up by Carter Huteri. And Huteri will dump it back into the Green Wave end. Beast will paddle it around. Looking at Corbett left side. Corbett a stop. Back to Beast behind the net. Beast trying to rotate back towards the near edge. And now Evan Water gets into his stick. Picks it loose, and the puck will go loose into the far corner. Corbett charging on the far edge against Seamus Campbell. Works it back out to the point. A step up ice for the Green Wave, and Noah Freeze will dump one back into the East Grand Forks zone. And after a moment ago when we said that third line versus third line matchup had worked the way of East Grand Forks, this third line from Moorhead's come back with a good shift.
Yep, they have. They're playing well here.
Campbell turns it back into the corner. A switch back towards the near side for Cole Schmiedeberg of East Grand Forks. Hills trying to play it back to center. Barnson coming up the ice with Van Epps, little 3-on-2. Van Epps picks it up, puts one in softly on Stenjum, and Stenjum's there to make the stop with 9:07 left to go in the third.
Yeah, you mentioned the time, Ryan. When that score was 4-3, you're 1 second away from tying it. But now that you're down 2, all of a sudden you got to start clock watching a little bit. And if you're going to make a push here for East Grand Forks, you might have to get a little bit aggressive.
Vegan Construction Look In, brought to you by Vegan Construction, designers, builders, engineers. Quality work since 1938. Lone goal of the third so far, going to Moorhead to reopen a 2-goal lead. They led by 3 early. Green Wave cut it to 1. A couple of power play goals for East Grand Forks tonight, but right now a 2-goal lead after the first goal of the third period going to Moorhead. And that's your Vegan Construction Look In, brought to you by Vegan Construction, designers, builders, and engineers. Quality work since 1938. Puck near side, Mason Kraft dropping it off the line for Mickelson. Mickelson sends one into traffic softly, punched away stick hand of Noah Schindele, and ends up into the corner. Cole Beese will wrap one back behind the net, looking for Pesh. Pesh has it, plays it up left side, finding Tucker Lovejoy. Nolan Mellebrook along the checkered line. We'll turn this one back into the Moorhead zone, cut off by Mickelson. He's been a good defender tonight. Kraft coming away with it. Puck bounce free, works back out to Lovejoy, Van Epps. Van Epps looking, holding his own for options, got turned into the corner, just didn't have any place to put the puck, and ends up being pressured by the Spuds. He turns it back to the circle for Cooper Hills. Hills trying to play it back behind the net, broken up. This is pitched out into the neutral zone, and now the foot race is on. Zach Zimmerman trying to get to it, did just before it got to the line, and Zimmerman waves it back over towards the corner, being chased by Nick Corbett. Corbett disrupted the puck loose, works into Bergeron on the far side. Or rather, Burgesson, my apologies. Right side, Burgesson, Arister. Gets deflected wide by Schindele. Burgesson comes back to the wall, circles back high slot, being confronted by Hills. Steps around pressure. Another short, rather soft shot. Gets deflected up in the air, and Corbett will come away with it for the Green Wave. Tried to play it out, but turned over by Mickelson. And Mickelson will dump it back into the East Grand Forks zone. Back to Cole Schmiedeberg momentarily. He'll turn it back off to the left side for Van Epps. Van Epps holding down the puck. Hunter Barnson kicks it free. This will work back out to the neutral zone again. Another long pass. Ferguson coming back with it. We'll see a whistle and an offside call against the Spuds. Well, score coming in here. All true scoreboard update. East Grand Forks, Thief River Falls tied at 4, going to overtime in girls hockey tonight.
All right.
What a night.
What a night. A lot going on. But this game here, man, I'm watching just the development of East Grand Forks this game. I'm watching their defensive zone coverage, right, and it is night and day different from when this game started. It's been very impressive. No matter how this ends,
a big turnover. Big save by Schindele after a turnover right in front of the net by the Green Wave to Seamus Campbell, and Campbell gets kick saved by Schindele.
Did I jinx him right there? Was that me?
I don't think so. We talked about turnovers before. That's something the Green Wave have struggled with throughout the course of the season. We talked about on our Keys to the Game tonight. Warner taking a puck out of the corner for the Spuds, turning it back near side for Chupka. Chupka confronted by Seamus Campbell. Hit thrown in that ended up taking Michael Herman and sending him to the ice. And a little 3-on-2 wrestling match along the right side wall for control of the puck that will lead to a whistle.
little stalemate there in the boards.
I'll tell you what, this is just, we saw East Grand Forks in the first Gambucci Cup game of the year against Red River. And East Grand Forks just looked lights out in that game. And then the game with Detroit Lakes, 50-some shots, lost the game, right?
Yep.
And ever since then, it's like maybe the confidence in the Screen Wave team has been rattled. And tonight, they look loose. They look aggressive after they went down 3-0. And could be a defining kind of game even with a loss tonight for this team. Kraft into the corner for the Spuds. Will turn it back to Simonich on the left point. Simonich creeping in, driving one into traffic. That's deflected up into the webbing with 6:05 left in the third period.
Great shot by Simonich there. He had all day. He walked into just about the top of the circles. You can see he was just trying to look through the screens, through the bodies, find net. I mean, that hit an East Grand Forks defender, or Shinley got a shoulder on it, but great shot by Simonich.
We'll draw to the right of the Green Wave net. Brooks Cullen winning that draw for Moorhead. Turns it back to Simonich on the left point. Simonich will dive one down to the left corner. And Tucker Lovejoy's there to try to get to it. But Brooks Cullen comes away with the puck and sends it back out to the point. They picked up there by Kraft. He'll toss one in that's deflected loose into the corner. A trail over for Zach Zimmerman to get to the puck. Back into the corner for Brooks Cullen. A toss by Schmiederberg towards the left side. Kraft coming in to corral him. This works back out to the point for Tucker Lovejoy. Lovejoy trying to come up ice, dumps one back in behind the Moorhead net, and the Green Wave are going off on a change. Moorhead tries to catch them in it. Long pass up the ice to Kraft. It is amazing how many times they just know when the Green Wave are changing, and we see Mason Kraft in the same spot on the ice every single time.
They're smart hockey players, and they recognize time and space, and that's why they're so fun to watch, and that's why they're 19-1, because they do that so well. I mean, we've seen it tonight many times.
Tremendous amount of buy-in on this team. 2-on-2 after a turnover. Puck up into the offensive end. Hills turning one back into the corner for the Green Wave, looking for Van Epps behind the net. Too strong for him, and Mickelson comes away with it. He plays it back towards the near side, and here's Kraft on the left wing again. Back to the center, and Cullen with a snapshot that ends up going just wide of the net. Wow. That happened quicker than a hiccup. Max Cullen had a chance at that and went hard, but just wide of the net. Puck works back out to the checkered line, will be dumped in by Hunter Varnson. Down to 4.5 to play third period. 5-3 Moorhead on the All-True scoreboard. Cullen up into the offensive end, being harassed by Noah Freeze the entire way. Drops one back to Burgess in left point. His dump in picked off by Cole Beast for the Green Wave. Beast a stop, a turn back behind the net. So rotate back over towards the far wall. Freeze leaves one behind. Max Cullen picks it up, sends it back to the point. A deflected shot that will score through the slot for the Spuds. Bergeson getting a piece perhaps on a play that came from Zach Devig off the point. And it's now a 6-3 Moorhead lead.
Yeah, that's just a play that East Grand Forks is going to want back. They had a chance to clear that puck, Ryan. Said it a million times. When you have a chance to clear the puck and you don't, bad things usually happen. In that case, it goes in your net. I'm not sure who tipped it, if it was a...
Bergeson took the celly. We'll take a look at it again on our American Family Insurance Tyler Nagel Agency replay. This just out to the point. Chipped through right there, and it looked like either Bergeson got to it or something on the high slot. But Bergeson went over and took the celly as we await for the official scoring on it. But play created by Devig from the point. And this match is the biggest lead of the night. Now we'll see a penalty coming up against East Grand Forks.
But if you watch that goal, Ryan, I mean, like we talked about, it's a misstep by East Grand Forks, but you watch how quick Moorhead takes that puck, gets it back to the point, and you just watch everyone go right into position, right? It's just right to the slot, right to the point.
They're a machine.
It's just like, it's so fast. Within seconds, they have a play set up, shot, high tip, 6-3.
East Grand Forks defeats Thief River Falls tonight, overtime winner 5-4 in girls hockey. Here tonight 6-3, and Moorhead goes on a power play after Cole Schmiederberg takes a cross-checking call at 12:55 of the third period. Now 6-3. By the way, Bergeson did get credit for the goal. Tyden Bergeson with an assist from Zach Devig, as we thought, and then also Max Cullen to make it 6-3. Moorhead on top by 3. And with the clock down to 3:45 left to go, tough road back now for East Grand Forks. We saw them play some of the best hockey that they played this year in this matchup tonight. One-timer by Brooks Cullen up and over the bar. And then in that first period, though, we saw them play some really rough hockey as well. So kind of a tale of two games tonight for the Green Wave on the bookends. Shot coming in on Schindele. He'll make the save on a wrister that came from Mason Kraft.
He's played good all game, huh? Schindele?
Schindele's been great. Yeah.
There's been no dip in his performance, and he's had to make some big saves. I know you're going to look at say 6 goals, but this is a team that can score quick, they can score in bunches, and they are highly skilled, and they've had some good looks, and he stood tall.
About to win their 20th straight game. Mickelson high slot, stepping around Cooper Hills. Dumps one back to the right point, Zimmerman. Kraft back to Zimmerman high slot. One-timer dialed up and missed on. Mickelson didn't quite get all of it. And the Green Wave will clear it off the top of a dasher. 50 seconds left to go on the power play. Under 3 to play now here in the third period. Green Wave trailing 6-3 on the All-True scoreboard. Pass off to Brooks Cullen. Stepping up into the offensive end. Cullen a wrister, kicked aside. Bergeson picks up the loose puck. Had an open net to work with for a moment, but couldn't find the angle to brack it in. Brooks Cullen back off to Mason Kraft. And now on top for Mickelson. Mickelson looking right side. They just go all the way around the circuit. Brooks Cullen in the corner. All 5 skaters touching it, going counterclockwise. Puck back to Zimmerman on the right wing. Now they're working back clockwise. Mickelson near side Kraft. Goes cross ice looking for Cullen. Cullen a stop. Into Bergeson behind the net for Moorhead, trying to step away from some pressure. Clock down to 10 seconds left of the power play and broken up. And now Tucker Lovejoy in a foot race coming up the ice with Mickelson. Lovejoy wins the foot race, ends up getting wiped out on his way to the net. And that'll end the power play for Moorhead with 2 minutes left to go in regulation. We got a roughing call coming up. Lovejoy behind the play engaging with Brandon Mickelson. And they're going to get Mickelson by himself.
There was a stick on the ice. The call was a rough. So I feel like something happened. Way behind the play. We weren't even watching. The puck was way up the ice. This was way behind the play. Again, official Eric Martinson having words.
We've seen him a couple of times back-to-back games, and he's had some tough moments in the last couple of games, hasn't he? Puck goes to the far side ice, and Tucker Lovejoy waiting for the neutral zone in a pile of snow. Are you looking at that?
Yeah.
Look at that snow that's built up over there in front of the Moorhead bench. My kids could sled down that. Okay, maybe it's not that big. Roughing call at 14:58. Power play brought to you by RBB Electric. On call, on time, online, rbbelectric.com. Lovejoy, dangerous pass across his own slot. And it was nearly picked off by Carver Hashmark, and the Green Wave got to it. Lovejoy bringing it up into the offensive end for the Green Wave. Backhands it down to the corner. Simonich will pick it up for Moorhead with 1:20 left to go in the game, and the clock's nearly synchronous at this point. Moorhead will clear. Lovejoy being pressured by Max Cullen. Boy, Cullen had to run him into the wall once more from behind. Loose puck, Corbett. Out towards the near side, Chupka. Chupka working up into the offensive zone. A hard stretch, and Brooks Cullen comes over to pick his pocket for the Spuds. Cullen steps back into his own end. Starts up ice on the near wall. Stay tuned in our post-game report. 3 stars of the game brought to you by PS Garage Doors. Finest Auto Trim, Finest Cover of the Game Award. We'll award our goals against hunger tonight. Celebration of the game, all of that coming up in our post-game report, so stay with us with the final 40 seconds about to tick off in this one. Puck near side, Cole Beast picks it up on the right point for the Green Wave. Green Wave will fall to 9, 10, and 1. And it's very likely, because obviously this is #1 ranked team in AA hockey, that the Green Wave won't lose any ground in the polls. So Ryan, it's highly likely you're going to see a top 10 team in Class A hockey in Minnesota next week with a losing record. Not sub 500, which 9, 9, and 1 is, right? But I mean, 9, 10, and 1 will put you in the top 10.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, but if you look at the teams East Grand Forks played, I mean, it's not super surprising now. Obviously, they've had their share of issues to start the year.
Absolutely.
Where they lost some games they probably shouldn't have, but.
One final chance by Cooper Hills at the horn, ends up empty. And your final score tonight from Civic Center Arena in East Grand Forks will be the Moorhead Spuds 6 and the East Grand Forks Green Wave 3. The Spuds improved to 20 and 1. They've won 20 in a row. The Green Wave will fall to 9, 10, and 1. Our post-game report tonight brought to you by Spring Advantage and Lake Region State College. And we have it for you coming up in just a couple of moments, so do stay with us. This is our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network and KNOX Live Sports.
There's never been a better time of year than now to get that new Ford from Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks. It's the model year closeout, and you can drive off in a new F-150 XLT and save up to $14,500 or choose low 2.9% financing for 60 months. Ford Escape, another great buy. Save up to $4,250 and get low 1.9% for 66 months. Hurry in for huge discounts and low financing during our model year closeout at Nelson Auto Center in Grand Forks.
Whether it's a golf course, your lawn, a pasture on your farm, cover crop, or even a food plot to help you get that big buck, Rivard's Turf and Forage of Grand Forks has developed, mixed, and packaged the premium specialized seed you need for almost every application. Plus, they also carry a full line of ice melter products for your home or business. To check out all their products, go to rivards.com.
It's hard to explain what this feels like. We could try to put it into words, but nothing compares to experiencing it for yourself. You just have to get in the seat.
Visit True North Equipment at any of our 10 locations or at www.truenorthequipment.com.
Signature Graphics in East Grand Forks is your one-stop shop for all your branding and design needs. From embroidery, vinyl wrapping, laser print, and more, fully customized from start to finish, all in-house. Signature Graphics. We craft your vision. You watch it come to life.
Picture yourself at Lake Region State College. With faculty and staff here to help you succeed, we know you by name. Picture your success as you get hands-on ready for the workforce or transfer on to earn your bachelor's degree. Lake Region State College. We change lives.
As guys, we all love our trucks. That's why Toys for Trucks is your headquarters for all things truck. They carry an amazing selection of rims and tires, plus floor mats, tonneau covers, hitches, plows, and even Excalibur remote car starters for any car, truck, or SUV. And the best part? They can install everything for your truck right at their location. Stop out at Toys for Trucks in Grand Forks to customize your ride, or check them out at toysfortrucks.com.
When you think breakfast, you think Perkins Restaurant. Whether you keep it simple with a fresh baked mammoth muffin and coffee or go all out and try the tremendous 12 breakfast, Perkins Restaurant is your breakfast place. Perkins Restaurant and a great breakfast make the perfect team.
Franson Bank and Trust in Grand Forks is a community bank that caters to businesses, farms, and consumers. They provide customized financial solutions with personalized customer service. Let Franson Bank give you the banking relationship you deserve. Real people, real results.
ProAg in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Blue Rich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything ProAg has to offer.
We welcome you to our post-game report on our Rivard's Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network coverage of high school hockey tonight. Our post-game report is brought to you this evening by Spring Advantage and Lake Region State College, with the Green Wave beaten tonight by a final score of 6-3 by the Moorhead Spuds. Spring Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. Spring Advantage has what you need in stock for anything you need for application and spraying on your farm. Tips, tanks, nozzles, pumps, grain carts, and seed tenders. 2 locations to serve you in Grand Forks and St. Thomas. Spring Advantage, make them a part of your agricultural game plan now and for years to come. And our post-game report brought to you by Lake Region State College in Devils Lake. At Lake Region State College, we change lives: precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing. Those are just some of the careers you can supercharge your way back into at Lake Region State College. Get done in 2 and start earning, or take your credits with you to any four-year institution that you can find in the North Dakota University system that suits your needs. Lake Region State College bringing you our post-game report tonight. Well, a really tough start for East Grand Forks, and I think the Green Wave right now are probably in the locker room saying to themselves, in that first 8.5 minutes, if we would have just been who we were, this thing could have been a little bit different tonight. Green Wave fall behind 3-0, come back to challenge to within 1 twice, outright won the second period of hockey tonight against Moorhead, but the Spuds put it on late, win by a score of 6-3, and on the other side of the ice, Ryan, Moorhead's every bit as good as we thought they were, and maybe in that first period when they were all intense about it, better than we thought they, I mean, maybe not better than we thought they were. We knew they were good, but they earned their reputation.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that first period for Moorhead was 17 minutes of hockey that you just don't see at the high school level very often. I mean, the playmaking ability, the passing, the awareness, I mean, everything was just like, wow. And I think East Grand Forks was a little bit in awe as we were, and they settled in late. Like you said, won the second, made some adjustments. I just think they ran out of gas a little bit in the third period. But that's what good teams do to you, right? They make you play 51 minutes, and when you let up, they make it hurt, and that's what Moorhead did, especially late in that game.
Well, let's take a look at the highlights that we had tonight. Our highlights, again, brought to you by Proceed. And for our folks at Proceed, just some apologies to you that a couple of technical issues that have kept us from being able to put your graphic on the screen tonight as we should for those that are on the video side of things. But our highlights are brought to you tonight by Proceed. If you need seed, think Proceed, proceed.net. We go back to the first period. Green Wave down 3-0 here. This is their first goal. Jace Panzer left alone on the right side, power play, able to score 4-on-3, short-angled shot in that situation. That made it 3-1, and then the Green Wave come back. This is a pretty goal. Van Epps able to get in and score to make it a 3-2 game at that point. Spuds go up 4-2 at the end of one. Here's the Green Wave with that gritty area goal that we had earlier tonight. Or correction, nope, this is actually going to be a really pretty goal to make it 4-2 at that point. Favor of Moorhead. That was that pass across the slot. And then at the end of the game, 4-3 in favor of Moorhead. And here's a chance from the point that Devig gets a tip on from Bergeson. And we just talked about all night how the Spuds were just always in the right spots in the situation, and that's another example of how they were in it tonight. But those two goals by East Grand Forks that you saw, Jace Panzer and Jace Van Epps, those are guys we think that if the Green Wave get hot and get a roll going, they could factor into this offense for East Grand Forks and be difference makers down the home stretch of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. They're going to have to be, right? That top line, they were really good tonight. So Van Epps, Varnes, and Hills was good tonight, and then we saw a lot out of that Panzer line, and even like you mentioned, that third line had some really big shifts tonight for East Grand Forks.
Yeah, didn't make the scoreboard tonight, but they did show us some things on that third line tonight where they matched up third line to third line and got this thing done. Who Lit the Lamp, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. Two men on the board twice, I think, tonight for Moorhead. Yes, there are. There will be Tyden Bergeson, who comes over the first goal and last goal tonight. So he scores twice this evening. And then Brooks Cullen scored the third goal and the fourth goal, both in the first period. That made it 4-2 at that point for the Moorhead Spuds. Goal tonight as well coming in the opening period this evening from defenseman Brandon Mickelson. And also a goal coming in the third period tonight from Carver Hashbargen as well to round out the scoring for Moorhead. And for East Grand Forks this evening, Jace Panzer, Jace Van Epps, and Cole Schmiederberg pick up the goals here tonight. And it looks like 2 assists on the board this evening for Cooper Hills and 2 assists on the board tonight for Hunter Varnson. So Varnson scores twice, Hills scores twice for East Grand Forks as far as points are concerned. Cole Schmiederberg with a goal this evening, Jace Van Epps with a goal, and also Jace Panzer with a goal this evening on the power play. That's Who Lit the Lamp tonight, brought to you by Bergstrom Electric. They make the lamp and the light shine brighter. Our post-game report continues. We'll come back and wrap things up for the night with our Player of the Game Award, or our 3 stars of the game rather, brought to you by PS Garage Doors. We have our Finest Auto Trim Finest Cover Award to hand out tonight, brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Celebration of the game tonight from Balloons by Misty, and our Goals Against Hunger tonight, brought to you by Northland Community and Technical College. It's all coming up as we continue our post-game report next. The Green Wave beaten tonight by a final score of 6-3 by the Moorhead Spuds. We're back to wrap things up in a moment on the Rivards Turf and Forage, Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, and KNOX Live Sports.
Pro Ag in Grand Forks and Grafton carries the equipment and parts on hand to make your farming operation run smooth. They carry all major brands like Honeybee, Alloway, Amity, Artex, Hardy, Capello, Monosem, Pickett, Wilrich, and Black Ace. So whether you're trading in, buying, or just need parts, go to ProAgEquip.com to see everything Pro Ag has to offer. When you need the right part for your pickup, head to Northwood or call Mike's Custom Truck. Amanda will drop ship any part you need: turbos, upgraded fuel pumps, Edge products, and more. Mike's Custom Truck, 587-6335.
From tears in your car, truck, boat, or farm equipment seats to making boat covers or complete restorations of the interior of your hot rod, Finest Auto Trim in Grand Forks can make the inside of your rides look brand new again. Big or small, at Finest Auto Trim, we can cover it all. To check out our services, go to finestautotrim.com or stop out on Demers Avenue in Grand Forks.
Your local Circle K and Holiday Station stores are proud to support high school activities. Stop by the new Circle K location at 1316 South Washington Street for not only gas, but a wide array of hot and cold food, snacks for everyone, and a car wash. Open 24/7, 7 days a week. Since 1972, Jarrell's Sports Center and Hockey World has provided year-round sporting goods, apparel, and of course, hockey equipment and training tools. You'll also find they have a state-of-the-art skate sharpening machine to give you the edge you need for anything sports. Stop into Jarrell's and Hockey World.
Add a pop of color and excitement to your next celebration with Balloons by Misty. Their one-of-a-kind balloon design skills and creativity will make your event unforgettable. It's always a party at Balloons by Misty. Visit balloonsbymisty.com today.
Welcome back to our coverage of high school hockey on the Rivards Turf and Forage Grand Trailer Sales Sports Network, KNOX Live Sports. Our post-game report continues this evening. Our post-game report brought to you by Spring Advantage. Everything you need for spraying an application on your farm, and it's brought to you tonight by Lake Region State College. At Lake Region State College, we change lives. Precision agriculture, law enforcement, nursing, just some of the careers that you can supercharge your way into at Lake Region State College. Now, again, some apologies for a few of our post-game sponsors. Normally we put up a graphic for our post-game sponsors as well, but we had to pull kind of the dust off of a machine and get this one going tonight. So we wanted to get the games in. Obviously, we could have left one behind, but tonight we thought we were going to have some really, really good tests all the way around, and so we did it. So our sponsors will give you an extra love or two when it comes down to the verbal part of this thing. First of all, Goals Against Hunger tonight brought to you by Northland Community and Technical College. If you're looking for that liberal arts start to your educational journey, Northland Community and Technical College has your start right here in East Grand Forks. You can find a number of ways to start that liberal arts journey that you're looking for, and they've partnered with KNOX Live Sports to fight hunger in our region. And the way that our teams score throughout the course of the season generates dollars that are donated to the Pioneer Food Pantry in East Grand Forks to help stamp out hunger. Tonight, the Greenway with 3 goals, $3 will be donated to Northland Community, or rather from Northland Community Technical College to the Pioneer Food Pantry, with our Goals Against Hunger brought to you tonight by Northland Community and Technical College. Our celebration of the game tonight brought to you by Balloons by Misty. That celebration with Balloons by Misty is taken to the next level. It's not a party until the balloons arrive, not a celebration until the balloons arrive with Balloons by Misty. Located in Grand Forks, they've done work on the national stage. You've seen them on network television, and you've also seen them with projects for both UND and NDSU. And Balloons by Misty has you covered when it's time for that celebration being amped up to the next level. Balloons by Misty with our celebration of the game tonight. And tell you what, we go and take a look at that goal that we had tonight with Jace Van Epps. The second goal of the night for East Grand Forks. This is a great goal tonight for the Greenway. Van Epps just spinning his way down, ended up spinning his way into the corner, but gets some love from his teammates coming in to gather him up at that point. That'll be our celebration of the game tonight, and it's brought to you by Balloons by Misty as they bring you our celebration of the game this evening. And Jace Van Epps' great goal to bring the teammates around. Our 3 stars of the game tonight. Our 3 stars of the game are brought to you this evening by PS Garage Doors, where the PS stands for perfect service. And if you need perfect service on your garage door, you need PS Garage Doors. Call 772-DOOR. That's 772-DOOR. Or if it's time for a new garage door, they have you covered with that as well. New garage door, they can do the, actually you can do your shopping with painless shopping, another thing that the PS stands for. You can find them 4733 Demers. They're on the other side of the I-29 overpass in Grand Forks, and PS Garage Doors bringing you our 3 stars of the game tonight. We had a little conversation going on about this one, Ryan, as to where we were going to go with this, and we came up with a couple of possibilities as to where the 3 stars of the game can find themselves this evening.
Yeah, I'm satisfied after our conversation.
Okay. So tell me, who's going to get it?
Number 3, Cole Schmiederberg.
Cole Schmiedy, all right.
Here's why. Great goal. He was all over the ice tonight.
He was.
And, again, we talked about this, but no Max Beast tonight.
Right.
Which means now everyone's got to slot up, right? So Cole Schmiederberg, who we've seen on the 3rd pairing, now playing bigger minutes than the 2nd pairing.
Yep.
I thought he had a fantastic game all around. Good on the kill, good defensively. Got the goal. Number 3 star.
Absolutely.
Cole Schmiederberg.
I can go with that. Rose to the occasion tonight. He absolutely did. Cole Schmiederberg, 3rd star. 2nd star tonight?
Let's go Jace Van Epps. Huge goal tonight. We like that goal. Again, we talked about this top line being great. For the stretch run here, I thought Jace Van Epps was great tonight, so I'm giving him number 2.
Number 2, and then the top star tonight, number 1 star for the East Grand Forks Green Wave this evening.
Hunter Varnson. We're not going to count that 5-minute major against him.
Fair enough. All right, we'll get rid of that.
It was a bad hit. It was clearly 5, but he bounced back. He had 2 assists tonight. I thought he was their offensive leader. I thought he did a lot of good things on the ice. Again, offensively, defensively, he was good with 2 assists. He's going number 1 star.
All right, so 3 stars the game. Cole Schmiederberg, Hunter Varnson, and you said number 1 star tonight?
Varnson 1.
Varnson number 1. Van Epps number 2.
Van Epps 2,
okay.
Schmiederberg 3.
So Cole Schmiederberg and Jace Van Epps and Hunter Varnson, 3 stars the game tonight. And they're brought to you tonight here by PS Garage Doors. And our final award is our Finest Auto Trim, Finest Cover of the Game. Brought to you by Finest Auto Trim. Big or small, they cover it all. Finest Auto Trim specializes in recovering vehicle, boat seats. If you've got a vehicle or a boat, took its damage from the heat, the stress, cracking, doesn't support you anymore. Those of you in agriculture, really, they take care of those seats and the trucks and combines as well. If those seats aren't holding up for you, then you definitely have to get those into Finest Auto Trim. Get those recovered so they give you the support that you need and the comfort that you need when you're out working long hours in the field. And as things transition from snow back into more snow or into rain, they can make a custom cover for you that protects the things you store outside from all the elements. Boats, pontoons, AC units, power generators. They can help you out. So once again, check out our folks at Finest Auto Trim on Demers and Grand Forks, bringing you the finest cover of the game. You like Judd Pesch for this one tonight?
I love Judd Pesch for this one tonight. We said his name a few times now. We talked about the power play from Moorhead, how good it was. First period, East Grand Forks did not have an answer. But as that game went on, they figured it out. Judd Pesch had, 3, 4, 5 plays where, in the middle of the ice when they're trying to go cross seam, he got sticks on pucks, deflected them out. I thought he was great defensively. And again, he moves up from the second pairing to the first pairing, playing big minutes tonight with Cole Beese, who was also good. But I'm going Judd Pesch today, finest cover.
All right, finest cover of the game for Judd Pesch. That'll wrap up our post-game report that we have for you this evening. Did you get a final score in that Red River-West Fargo matchup tonight?
West Fargo scored with 40 seconds left to tie it on a power play. I'm hearing bad call.
Okay.
Still in overtime.
They're in overtime, tied at 5 or 4?
5-5.
Tied at 5. Okay. Another down to the wire matchup between West Fargo and Grand Forks Red River in that one tonight. I want to thank everybody for hanging with us through just a couple of technical issues that we had throughout the course of the night tonight, and also the staff coming together tonight. Sam Jensen had to work through some technical issues with Joe Banish over at Red River this evening. Adrian Cummings and Joey pulling it together tonight as well, because they had a game that moved up to 6:30 on them, so they had to get there rather quickly this evening. And so it was good to see Joey Springer get there, be able to take care of the camera work there. Adrian Cummings pulling that one together. Luca Carpenter with us here tonight, working later into the evening once again here at Civic Center Arena. And of course, Ryan Kuntz, thank you for being here.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it. Ryan Kuntz joining us for color commentary and analysis. Next up for us, on Thursday, we've got more sports action coming your way, and that's going to include a wrestling event that we're going to have for you. There's a triangular for Grand Forks Central. We haven't had wrestling for you yet this season, so it's time for us to take that and put it into play for you. So that'll be one of the events that we have coming up on Thursday, and we also have some more basketball coming up on Thursday as well. So stay tuned as we get to that coming up on Thursday also. And then on Friday, we're back over here at East Grand Forks Civic Center Arena for the Green Wave hosting St. Cloud Cathedral. Their schedule does them no favors. That'll be the next matchup they have coming up. That'll be on Friday, and that's how we'll wrap up our week of coverage. For those of you on the video side, thank you for joining us this evening. For those of you on the radio side, one final break, and we'll join America at Night in progress. Your final score this evening from Civic Center Arena in East Grand Forks. The Moorhead Spud 6 and the East Grand Forks 3. Or rather, East Grand Forks Green Wave 3. For KNOX Sports, for KNOX Live Sports, for Luca Carpenter, for Ryan Kuntz, I'm Ryan Cunningham saying so long, everybody.